I'm not for out intimidating citizens, but if you're going to conduct an investigation, conduct an investigation. And it also means prosecuting every participant in that mob. The bystanders. If you impeded the investigation, if you impeded the response, yeah, maybe you should be held accountable too. You know, I think it does represent just a decay in society. And it's sad, and it's infuriating.
That's pretty much all I got.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building.
Follow Michael Brown at Michael Brown USA.
And stay connected with all of us
at 630 KHOW.
KHOW.com.
And on the iHeartRadio app.
Tom Martino is next
on Denver's Talk Station.
630 KHOW.
Your AC is out and you worry about getting ripped off with costly repairs. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. My friends at Fix It 24/7 offer free second opinions, giving you peace of mind you're getting the right price. And if your AC is out, no diagnostic charge. Fix It 24/7. Your trusted AC and home services partner. Go to fixmyhome.com. Click Book Now for your free second opinion. Fixmyhome.com. That's free second opinions, no charge. Fixmyhome.com.
When was the last time you leapt out of bed without knee or back pain or went down the stairs without a groan? I know you think it's going to go away, but it's not. Michael Brown here, and I know that nagging pain won't just vanish. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. Thousands of patients regret not acting sooner, and I'm proof it works. QC Kinetics restored my neck, erasing my pain and regaining full mobility. QC Kinetics regenerative treatments use natural cellular therapies to repair damaged joint tissue. No scalpels, no pills, just lasting relief without long recoveries. So you can restore and repair that damaged tissue. I want you to bring your x-rays and MRIs to QC Kinetics for a no-pressure evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. Pick up the phone and call 303-900-8986. Schedule your free consultation in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, or Colorado Springs. But don't wait. Reclaim your life now. Call 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. Self-employed or contractor who's struggling to find a lender to access the equity in your home so you can pay off your high-interest debt? American Financing has the perfect loan for you, the bank statement loan. American Financing does something that many lenders cannot do. They get you qualified using your bank statements. The credit card bills are going to continue to climb, so don't wait any longer. Call now. American Financing saves their customers an average of $800 a month. And if you start today, you may be able to delay 2 mortgage payments, giving you even greater savings up front. Even if you've been turned down by other lenders, give American Financing a call. American Financing has been helping homeowners just like you with this new loan program. It doesn't cost you anything to find out how much money you can save. American Financing at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online americanfinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
The Raleigh House changed my life.
Today, I'm 175 days in recovery, thanks to the amazing people at Raleigh House.
The Raleigh House was an incredible experience. The staff genuinely cares.
Your mental health is important. Our team of clinical and medical professionals at the Raleigh House provide unmatched care for addiction, depression, trauma, and anxiety, offering both inpatient and outpatient services. The Raleigh House can meet you where you're at. Find out more at theRaleighHouse.com. That's theRaleighHouse.com.
When you get hit by hail in Colorado, and you will, you better have a roofer on speed dial. I do, and it's Golden Spike Roofing. With over 70 years of combined roofing experience, they've not only seen everything, they've fixed everything. And they're honest, licensed, and insured. So if you get hit with hail, high winds, or know you've got an older roof, call for a free inspection from Golden Spike Roofing. Just call 303-942-1386. That's 303-942-1386, or find them online. GoldenSpikeRoofing.com.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
Starting off with sunshine for your Thursday. Temperatures today are going to be in the mid-80s, so still a little below average with some storms firing up by later on this afternoon. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burse.
This is Monty Montgomery, producer for Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll share the story of the Native Americans in a way I guarantee you've never heard before. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
The word emergency. It means something unexpected has gone terribly wrong. Normal ways of doing things are not working. The fastest way to turn an emergency into a full disaster is to lose communications. Ham radio people understand emergencies. For over 70 years, they have provided free emergency communications for organizations. Ham radio. When normal ways of communications fail or get overloaded. The Amateur Radio Emergency Service. We'll be there.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver.
An iHeartRadio station.
Make us the #1 preset on the free iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. President Trump announcing a 90-day negotiating period with Mexico as the two countries try to work out a new trade deal. A deal with South Korea announced overnight, and the White House says other tariff numbers will kick in tomorrow, August 1st. The U.S. Court of Appeals, meantime, is hearing a legal challenge to the administration's attempt to justify the tariffs in the first place based on a national emergency. The judges said the word tariffs isn't even mentioned in the statute President Trump is using to enact the tariffs starting in April. The case is expected to end up before the U.S. Supreme Court. President Trump's plans to bring back the presidential physical fitness test, something that hasn't been around since 2012.
Today, President Trump will sign an executive order bringing the fitness test back to public schools. He'll also reestablish the President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition, which will partner with professional athletes and sports organizations.
ABC's Karen Travers, Special Middle East Envoy Steve Witkoff has now arrived in Israel. This is ABC News. Funeral services are being held today for Officer Didarul Islam, the off-duty NYPD cop who was working security at a building on Park Avenue when he was shot and killed by a gun outside the mosque where services are being held.
Officer Didarul Islam's brothers and sisters in blue will bid farewell to this fallen officer. He was just one of the 4 victims who were shot and killed in Monday's Midtown shooting, leaving them never to return home to their families. He will be receiving a line-of-duty funeral. Islam was working off-duty on paid detail and became an on-duty at the time he engaged that suspect.
Many companies in New York City are rethinking their security protocols following the shootings. Why aren't people traveling so much this summer? Cape Cod vacation rentals are down 20% this season, and in Las Vegas, there are 11% fewer tourists there this year than there were last year at this time. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
A former Aurora dentist has been sentenced to life in prison after being convicted of killing his wife with a fatal dose of poison. James Craig was found guilty of first-degree murder and 5 other charges, including solicitation to tamper with evidence and to commit perjury. Prosecutors say Craig laced his wife's protein shakes with a mix of arsenic, cyanide, and tetrahydrozoline, then tried to hire someone to kill the lead investigator. They also pointed to a financial motive, including failing dental finances and a $4 million life insurance policy. Craig was automatically sentenced to life without parole under Colorado law. More storms are in the forecast today.
Temperatures today are going to be in the mid-80s, so still a little bit below average. And we've got more storms on the way for later on this afternoon, including the possibility for some of these to become severe with some hail and gusty damaging winds. Overnight down to the upper 50s, and then we're back to 90 on Friday with more isolated storms and then warmer temps by the weekend.
That's Fox 31 meteorologist Kylie Burse. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, Impact Traffic.
from the Superstar Car Wash Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by yrefi.com.
I-70 currently open, but should be closing for more rock scaling here shortly. It is slow coming down Floyd Hill through those Veteran Memorial tunnels if you are heading west on I-70. Got a little bit of traffic, some construction, in fact, coming out of the airport on Pena near Towers, jamming traffic a little bit. 270 is running a little heavy, as well as I-70 west from Quebec back towards about Brighton. I-25 south and even north coming in through downtown has been a little on the heavy side. No major difficulties with traffic. I'm Jonathan Steele.
Is private student loan debt ruining your life? It doesn't have to. YRefi refinances private student loans that others won't touch, and they don't care what your credit score is. Just go to yrefi.com. That's YREFY.com.
You know, I tell everyone about my quiet, cool, whole house fan from QC, Colorado, because I want them to save on AC up to 90%. That alone will pay for it in no time. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. Let's talk about even more benefits, like clearing out indoor pollution quietly, efficiently, sleep in total comfort, all wirelessly controlled. QCcolorado.com. 303-800-3419.
Regrow your own natural hair during Advanced Hair Summer Sales Event. AdvancedHair.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Colorado.
This message presented by the Colorado High School Activities Association and the Colorado Athletics Directors Association.
Are you ready to hear something that will not only make you feel better, but will actively excite you?
Yes! This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I listen in the morning because he's smart and witty.
Michael Brown.
Yeah, Brownie knows his stuff.
Tom Martino.
Martino gives great advice.
Ryan Schuling.
Ryan has strong opinions, and I like that.
Dan Kaplis.
And Kaplis, he keeps fighting the good fight.
On Denver's talk station.
The station I keep it on.
630 KHOW.
Yeah.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, make your life a little easier. We have a studio full of people. I'm going to bring them up for those streaming. And we have Frank Duran, the real estate man, one of my favorite people on. We also have John Clace from partneranlending.com or CMG Mortgage. We have Stephanie Thomas from StephanieRE.com. Stephanie is in the Springs area. So we'll talk a little real estate, but we'll talk what callers want to call about. So get your calls in at 303-713-TALK. Of course, you can call 303-MARTINO. It's our main number. You can call 24/7, leave a message. We'll get back to you. 303-627-8466. I want to get right to Chloe, who called in, and we're calling her back on Groove Subaru 2011 Honda Pilot. Chloe, what's going on with you? Let's just start out with you. By the way, hi, John, Frank, and Stephanie. We'll get to you in a minute here. Chloe, what's going on?
Good morning. So I am just calling in and hoping for a little bit of direction. So in January of this year, we had found a vehicle with Groove Subaru that we wanted to purchase. And we were okay with the as-is condition that it was in. It was supposed to be just a family car.
And what was it? Give me, it's a 2011 Honda Pilot?
Yes.
And did you actually buy it?
Yes.
How many miles on it?
So that's where the tricky part comes in. So at the time, the odometer read 211,000.
Oh my God.
And
why would you buy a car? You know you will have problems. There's no doubt in anyone's mind. You will have major problems with any car over 200,000 miles.
Yes, but The mechanics I can handle because that is actually something I and my friends do. So that wasn't the issue at all.
Fine.
That like literally, yep. That's what we wanted it for. And Honda.
So a 2011 Honda Pilot, 200,000 miles from Groove.
Yes.
And where are they located?
In Inglewood, Colorado.
Okay. So what's the problem?
So a month after it, or almost 2 months after, March of this year, they sent us an email stating that we had to sign a document that was a branded title disclosure that they had forgot to do in the previous paperwork.
Hell no. Don't sign that.
We didn't. And so we're like, okay,
Preach
we'll send
it, Mark.
over. And so when we got it, it said that the odometer was tampered with and it was not actual mileage. So we did not know this when we bought the vehicle. And
so wait, you got both. You got both
out.
of those disclosures. It was salvaged, a branded title. Was that why it was branded because of the odometer, or was it because it was in an accident?
Because of the odometer.
Oh, okay. That's why the title was branded.
Yes.
And so what did you do, and where does it stand? I mean, this is an exciting story. Where does it stand right now?
So obviously at that point we said we did not know this. We are not comfortable with this. The document itself doesn't even have the correct date that we bought it on it. And it also has whiteout in the signature area.
Well, none of that matters. You already got an out, for goodness sakes. This was in January you bought it?
Yes.
Why didn't you? Okay, I'm hoping they gave your money back and it's all over, right?
Tom, the way I understand
they will not return our phone calls.
She signed.
They won't return our phone calls now. They will not.
Wait. Did you sign the new document?
Yeah, she signed it.
No.
Oh.
Well, what do you mean? How can they? Did you go to the dealer licensing board?
So we live in Wyoming and we don't know how to handle this. That's kind of why I'm calling you. I don't know what to do.
Tom just said it. Number one's dealer licensing board. They'll get involved into this so quick. It's crazy.
You got to do that first.
Okay.
And all you do is make a complaint against Groove Subaru. You say you bought a car, 2011 Honda Pilot, 200,000 miles, and 2 months later, or 3 months later, however long, I get notice of a branded title due to an odometer tampering. And then what you have to do is basically get the deal undone. What have you done with the car in the meantime?
We still have it. I mean,
but have you been using it?
No.
They're just stonewalling you, man. They want you to go away. You have to file with the dealer licensing board, and they have nothing they can do not to get you out of this deal. If you were driving it, what Tom was alluding to was they can charge you a certain amount per mile, but if you haven't been driving it, it doesn't matter.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
So does the odometer statement say anything at all about true mileage unknown?
Yes, it does.
It says
You know what's crazy, Tom? What'd she say? It had 200,000 on it? What does this mean? It's actually got 400,000? It's nuts.
Well, yeah, but Mark, they made somewhat of a disclosure because she said the odometer statement alone says true mileage unknown.
But I think that's the odometer statement she was asked to sign long after the deal.
Wait. Is that the odometer statement you were asked to sign afterwards or when you originally bought it?
Correct. No.
Okay.
After.
Okay. But the original odometer statement said nothing about that.
Correct.
Yeah, you're in the driver's seat, so to speak. Call the dealer licensing board.
And that's why these bums aren't calling you back. I mean, what are they going to tell you? We've got to undo the deal. I mean, you would think they would, but they won't.
Exactly.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you the number off. Let's see, I can do it off the air. I'm looking in my database here of complaint. Wait, I have it. I have it in a contact. I have a person there to talk to. But anyway, here have they? When was the last time you talked to them?
April.
And what did they say to you in April? You have to sign this?
So we actually had it recorded. So he was trying to say that he's helping me the best that he can, and that it just must have been a misunderstanding on our part, that he remembers us like it was yesterday, and he remembers the conversation. And obviously we're just, no, that's not how it went.
Okay. There's the Colorado auto. Here's where you call the dealer licensing board. Okay. And let me just give you the right number. They have 303-205-5696. Ask for the dealer licensing board.
Okay.
Now there's another one, too, they give 303-205-5604. I would try that one first. And then, then you say, I want to file a complaint. What they're going to do is have you go to the website. It's the Colorado Auto Industry Division website, it's called.
This just made me think of something. I think I'm off base here, but I want your thoughts on it, Tom. When you go to a closing on a house, if you forget to sign a document, you agree that you'll go back. When you close on a car, I assume you sign something similar, but I don't think
but
this
nothing
would
that
be...
would waive nothing that would waive your rights like that. Nothing at all.
Exactly. I wonder if that's what they're trying to hang their hat on with her, though. Like, hey, you agreed to sign this.
No, it wouldn't work, but that's a good thought. I'm Tom Martino. An issue with a landscaper coming up, an issue with an employer coming up, an issue with Grease Monkey coming up. We have more right after this. I want to tell you Water Pros has the best water systems at the lowest prices. I know them personally. I have the systems. Do you know no one can offer you a whole house system for forever chemicals, plastics, plus drinking water and everything, $39.95. It is unheard of, but they do it. Waterpros.net. Don't go anywhere else. 303-862-5554.
He's on Joe right now.
Joe Chiano, my friend, with Become the Banker, mymoneymyway.com, man.
And then can you Gravina out of this sitch?
Yeah. We've been talking about a
You're all right.
15% bonus. So if you have 100,000,
I take back two of the things I said about you.
in 401k or anywhere you get the money, you actually on day one have $117,000 because the bonus went up to 17.
Hey, but let me tell you, we are still hearing the station back just a little. So when we texted Dimitri about the monitor, maybe it's headphones somewhere or something.
I turned down the monitor. I turned it off.
Understood.
So it could be that shadow we get now and then.
I just didn't know. Okay.
He asked me.
Not horrible, just not horrible. Just wanted to let you know.
Thanks.
Between yourself and all the other financial advisors that I hear all the time advertising. And I told him, that we have experience. We're experienced. We've got over 50 years doing financial planning, helping people achieve their dreams to retire comfortably. We're educated. I'm a certified financial planner, not just a financial advisor. I'm a certified financial planner, and we're ethical. We have no complaints over the last 50 years. We haven't received one single complaint, Mark.
Joe, you're leaving out a big part, though. Not only are you educated, you educate other people. You actually teach people and certify them how to become a financial advisor, right?
That is right. And the most important part that this gentleman told me is that we're caring. I mean, we really care about them because he called 3 other financial advisors. Think about that. And nobody returned his calls.
Joe, I love it. I really do, but I got to tell people about this product real quick. Not only do you get that 17% bonus, I mean, it not only that, but it comes with something called the long-term care rider, and that's part of this particular annuity. If you fall ill, can't cook or clean for yourself, that monthly payment that you are guaranteed, that guaranteed pension, we call it, for the rest of your life, actually doubles when you need it. There is so many things you can talk to Joe about, but please give him a call. You're going to...
Stand by, sir.
over there. Go to mymoneymyway.com. That's mymoneymyway.com.
Go.
Gravina's Windows. You know what I love about Gravina's window siding and doors? I love the heritage they have. We're talking about more than 65 years, started by the dad Gravina, then taken over by Larry at 950 West Evans, with his son Nick taking over for him, or actually joining him. You will love the way they do business. They have 50 lines of windows, so you're never stuck with just one brand. Almost any brand you need, they can find one right for you. They also have multiple lines of windows and doors, and they believe in value. Plus, as I said, they have the heritage others only dream of. Gravina, Gravina, 303 Gravina, or Gravinas.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, and these are certainly...
Sorry, I hit it early. What?
Hey, Mark.
Suck.
Mark.
Hey, sir.
Mark, he is not a financial advisor. He's not licensed as such. He's a financial planner. So he said he was an advisor. He's not.
Oh.
I looked it up with the state. He is absolutely not a financial advisor.
I'll email him right now.
Thank you. And if he is, ask for a CRD number. I'll look it up because I can't find him.
Well, that hurts.
I mean, I don't want him dissing the entire fucking financial advisement industry when he's not even one.
I don't believe you're Italian. We're going to look it up.
I'm not going to have fucking misinformation like that.
Kelly, look up Martino on WAP.org.
What?
On what? What?
I said, look up Martino and walked up to work. Dude, that's the best one I've heard on this show so far.
That was the old joke about his helicopter.
Oh my God, I get it.
All right, Kenny, just be patient with me. We're going to get to you as soon as possible, okay?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Frank. How about you, man?
Been good, man. Just been running.
Holy crap, we're right on time.
I sent you a link.
Oh, gosh, I better get that. Hang on. Here you go, fellas.
And get the rest you deserve. They make sleep easy. Shop Mattress Firm's best sale of the year.
Hey, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jason, what's going on with the landscaper? Jason?
Are you there?
Yes, sir. What's going on? What landscaper you having trouble with?
So I'm actually the landscaper.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jason. What's going on?
So, I'm doing work for some lady, or I was doing work for some lady, and things just started going sideways. And now she's holding my tools hostage.
Okay, tell me how it started, man. Tell me how it started.
Okay, so I do work for a gentleman that mows a bunch of lawns. He referred me to this lady last year. I was going to redo some of her drip system. I just had a kind of a weird feeling about the lady, so I ended up not doing it last year. The gentleman again this year asked me if I could go back, do the job. I said that I would. I went over to the lady's house last Thursday, I believe, like the 17th. Her manifold was leaking from the main line. And I told her, I said, this needs to be fixed before we can do the drip system, because she thought her drip system was leaking. But I told her, I said, the manifold and the main line.
I don't
is
need,
constantly
Jason,
tripping.
I love that you have this detail, and I don't need it. I need to know right now, if we call her and say, and by the way, she doesn't have a right to take your tools without a writ of execution and a judgment. So if we say, why are you keeping his tools? What will she say?
That I have her old parts, the old valves, the old.
But you installed new ones,
manifolds.
right?
I did.
Okay, there's no law you had to keep that old stuff. I want to ask another question. How much did she pay you?
Well, there's no law that says I had.
How much did she pay you?
He's paid me, I believe, $425, but that doesn't even cover parts.
No, I get it. But what does she owe?
That's the thing. She wants me to keep doing more and more
I
work.
need to know, do you have a contract with her? Jason, I'm asking some simple questions. No contract.
I'm telling you no, I don't.
Okay.
No, sir.
So how do you know she's going to pay you for what you do?
I was just taking her word.
Okay.
And
Why is she,
every
if you
other
wanted to
client-
go
every
over
other
there,
client-
if you wanted to go over there and get your tools, which you have every right to do, and take a sheriff's deputy, what would she won't let you? We'll call her and tell her how wrong she is. This is not how she handles this.
I already went over there with the sheriff's deputy this morning at 8:00, and I tried going over there last night with the sheriff's deputy, but they stopped. They stopped the calls at 5, so I couldn't do it last night. So I went over first thing this morning with the sheriff's deputy for civil assist, and nobody answered the door. And I don't think she's home, and she wouldn't answer the cops' calls, and she won't answer my calls.
We should try to call her. I'm going to have Deputy D call over to her.
I'll do it right now, Tom.
And I think I called, is that Deputy Chopper? I think I accidentally texted him this morning.
Oh, wait a minute. So he's already got somebody working on this.
How did you
I
know
have
to,
Deputy Chopper's number
why is that?
because you guys helped with a problem that my niece had a while ago, and I had his number in my phone as Tom Martino DT.
Okay.
Or D.
All right.
DC.
Ask Kachina, make sure Chopper follows up on this.
Got it.
Man, she doesn't have a right to do this. Okay.
And the thing is, now she's preventing me from doing more work.
I know. Well, you know, listen, what are your tools worth?
Oh, dude, it's a couple shovels. So every time I would go to the job,
I need to ask you again, what are your tools worth?
Maybe $180.
Okay.
$190.
If I were
That's
you,
not a fortune.
okay, that's not important. Then what is important? Why don't you just move on, dust off your feet, go to small claims court and call it good?
Not only for the tools, but loss of income.
Because I've lost a lot of income going back and forth to this lady's house, trying to get my tools.
Yeah, but you got a few. Okay, you're
I'm
not going to be
I'm
able to
already
sue. I'm just going to tell you the truth. You can't sue for thousands of dollars in income when you can go out and mitigate your damages for $180. So that's not going to work. Okay, what you need to do now is spend $180 and get the tools, and then go back and sue her for a reasonable loss. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Kenny, you have an issue with an employer. What's going on, Kenny?
Hey, Tom. So I have an employer that owes me about, I would say, around 10 grand in money. I left his company about, I'd say, in November, towards the end of last year. And he had some jobs that were currently waiting to get closed out. And now those jobs have closed out. He paid me I'd say maybe about 4 months ago. He paid me towards the end of a couple other jobs, and now he has about 4 jobs of mine that are completely closed out. I know they are. And
first of all, were you a W-2 employee?
No, sir. I was a 1099.
And you were an outside salesperson?
Yes, sir.
And did you have a contract?
Yes, sir, we did.
And what did the contract say? You'd be paid when?
The contract stated that we would be paid 2 weeks after final payment was collected from the homeowner.
And what reason is he giving you to not pay?
He just says it's the company's process. He said due to how long it took for payment to be collected, so on and so forth, it's the company's process that's extending this.
What kind
So
of
now
work did you do?
Oh, go ahead.
What kind of work did you do?
I did roofing. I was a complete exterior restoration, so roofing, siding, windows, gutters, all the good stuff.
All right. Mainly roofing?
I would say we did it all. Most of my jobs that I had were roofing, gutters, and siding.
Okay. Listen, they're not allowed to play like this with your money unless you agree to it. Did the agreement agree to it?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have a copy of that agreement?
Yes, I believe I do.
Can you get us that copy, and I'll give it to Deputy D over here to look at, and he might call those people and tell them.
Yeah, absolutely. Is the troubleshooting email the good email to send that to?
It's help@troubleshooter.com. Get it to us quickly, even during this show, and we can see what we can do. So get that to us. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Fix it 24/7. They guarantee a no breakdown for your AC. Now, we're deep in the season. We got a lot of heat to go. The Extreme Clean Check and Tune for just $39. Listen, you pay more than that for coffee in a week. Fix it 24/7 also gives free second opinions. So please avail yourself of this great company that believes in fixing and keeping things running before replacing. But if they tell you need a replacement, get free second opinions. FixMyHome.com. Book now.
Thank you.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplan today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
From the Superstar Car Wash Traffic Center, this report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Yeah, rough skating continues on I-70 with a closure here currently, but should be reopening shortly. We've got backups eastbound out of Idaho Springs, westbound coming down Floyd Hill. Right now, it looks like the city traffic's doing pretty well. We've got some slowing on 270 west up through Vasquez. I-25 south coming into downtown has been a little sluggish, as well as northbound from Broadway. 225, not too bad, and Pena, maybe a little bit of traffic coming out of the airport. If you're heading to DIA, it's 15 minutes from I-70 to the terminal. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's. Right now, get a 4-piece GE kitchen suite for under $2,000. Shop big deals in-store or online today. Valid through 8/1. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
2 words sound so sweet to me: discount bath. I love the way Chris and his team does business. They want you to put them to the test. And I know people have had the baths done, and they've had it done at a discount. And all you have to do is go to the website, get an upload link, send a vid to them. Hey, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. I want to walk in shower here. I want double vanity here. I want to move this, whatever. I want to move the toilet. And they will send you a price. If you're not sure, give them a call. They'll gladly visit you. But you will get a beautiful bath at a discount, whether you're rental, fix and flip, or dream home. 720-979-2322. 720-979-2322. Discountbath.com. Hey, if you have a family business, an agricultural business, a farm, or any kind of a business, strip plaza, mall, real estate rentals, if you are in a business, you can get a solar system, and many times you can get it paid listen to me now, what I say, 100% by the government. And not only that, you can actually make positive cash flow. Find out more from Red Rocks Roofing. Red Rocks Roofing and Solar, redrocksrs.com, Red Rocks Roof and Solar. The emphasis on solar. They have access to grants and they know how to use them. Please call for a consultation, and they are in it to win it. They do the sales, service, and installation. 303-704-2449, redrocksrs.com. I'm stepping away.
Yeah.
As you know.
Your mic's on.
Okay.
And if for some reason it's not back.
Oh, okay, I understand.
On a listing?
Yeah, a couple of my lists.
Very nice.
Of course.
Oh, Tom, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Some of that. Are you getting a lot of that right
Do you want me to tell Mark?
Subject to calls?
It depends on the property.
The subject to calls.
Oh, yeah.
Tell Mark what? Is he okay?
One of those things that
Yeah, I think so.
super risky for
Sure.
We'll know in a minute, but maybe Mark should stand by just in case.
typically make the investors really, really angry because they're like, it's not, it's this. It's like,
We need to come up with a signal so we don't let anyone know. If he's pooping blood, go caw.
Oh, God.
Caw. If he's
I'll just say helicopter joke.
yeah.
that kills it right there.
That's right there. Real quickly, too.
It's awful.
Yeah, because
but what are you
the
gonna
do?
do?
Sale clause in the deed of trust.
Yeah, they
Like that usually kills it right there.
reverse and a.
So.
Let me see what the other one was.
Did get one.
What was it on? Just standard or a reverse?
That one, I got a call from a guy who has investment property in 1031 exchange. He wants some cash out. So send him the all-in-one info.
Horrible. I mean, total of the loss is under 5,000.
Ceiling spoon bag thing.
But man, our days on
The first one I didn't know. They didn't say reverse. The second one definitely.
But
Springs
Oh, no, I'd
is
like
what?
to get that
Out of my
contract.
we
active
used it and we
78.
got rid of it when
My-
we moved to the new house.
Gotcha.
Woodland Park even, because
But
that's
there's
another
way,
one I
like
kinda
if
had to
you
use 100
if you want to try to like CV something,
out of my active, so that just keeps taking.
I learned a little
that just
trick
keeps going
that
up.
you just
Make sure it's the right one. Yeah,
seal a plastic bag and put it in boiling water, and you get like a perfect omelet every time.
Working, and
Right.
having faith and going from there.
That's right, man. That's right.
Do the work and have faith.
That's right.
That's what I tell my
God
people.
first, be the hardest worker, never give up.
Exactly. Yep.
Make sure you get that.
But in both,
'Cause it's-
interesting
I mean,
because I always
it
pull
just
numbers
came
when I
in
get in
high
the morning
yesterday.
just to kind of see the current, you know. Each Springs and Woodland Park both have a little under 3 months inventory, so it's not like it's horrible. I mean, it's pretty balanced.
That's good.
Yeah.
Homes will move if you price them right. Nobody's panicking. I mean, it's this is not like it was in 2008 or nothing like that.
Oh, I see what I did.
I have.
Already had
I
a
don't think we're
4-pack of
seeing
ramen
I
with
sent
that type of.
What's your favorite?
I
or
sent the
anything like
email.
that.
I
I'm
just
more
sent
than
you
brie
that
and
part of the
jelly.
planning, so
Yep.
you
More
should
short tails?
follow up
Yeah.
on that.
On a rice cake.
Yeah, I just got it.
But
Bites
will.
of the ramen without
And all the
any
info
flavor
right there.
packets.
Gosh,
Oh,
multiple
perfect.
CVAs
Oh, my
that
God.
have
Tastes like a
six,
sock.
eight months for people
Oh.
that are just upside down.
Some more?
Some rest.
I just took off yesterday. I want to just.
4,500 grams of
Don't know
soda.
why
We've
we're
kind of seen
I'm-
some softening that puts us on
Well,
our
I'm gonna see. I promise.
That's what I've noticed.
I
It's
won't-
more
I
like
think that's the
normal
best one.
appreciation
Chicken
on
with pig anus
that.
hot dogs.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of short sales. Not right now.
Dimitri, I can't give up right now.
I just
2008,
can't.
9,
I
10.
love.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That's about
I mean,
80% of the business.
not because
People avoid foreclosure.
Right.
being.
Dimitri, this is unbelievable on this
That's like my favorite brand of vodka.
insurance. That might be the biggest one you've notched up.
What is? When are we going to talk about it?
Nebraska. Have you ever had Fairberries?
Whenever you and Mark went
Like
there.
the
What
ones
is
you
it
fit in
about?
the Nebraska
Thuk
Stadium, the
and
ones they
Amfam.
dye red.
What is it?
This lady named Thuk, she's Vietnamese.
Here we go, coming back.
Was she on the air? I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255 is the in-studio number while we're live. The number 24/7, including in studios, 303-MARTINO. Pass that around, 303-627-8466. John Place is with CMG Mortgage. John, we advertised for you the all-in-one loan. Give me a rundown. I like to call it a 30-year line of credit that you can pay up or down. Well, you borrow up and pay down at will, and it allows you the freedom of paying more or paying less. Can you explain more about it?
Yes, it does. So the all-in-one loan, it's the only kind of a loan that it's a first lien HELOC, and it's tied together with a checking account. So you think about your checking account. Checking account, it's usually a place just to hold your money. Well, now your checking account with this, it has an automatic sweep account. So if you have a $200,000 loan and you deposit $5,000 into the checking account, at the end of that business day, that $5,000 sweeps over and the $200 goes to $195, and you only pay interest on that. But if you got to pay a bill for $1,000, you just write it just like a regular check, and it automatically pulls out. So it's one of the most efficient ways to use your money, and your money's always working for you.
It's
so
also giving you really good interest on a checking account if you think about it.
Correct, because you're saving interest, which saving interest is the same as earning interest.
It's the same exact thing. I tell people, get rid of high interest debt. And then when you have a loan like this and you put a checking account in there, if you have a lot in your checking account, it's saving you that much interest every day.
And the money's always staying liquid. So that's the key, is you always have access to your funds. But it's the most efficient way. And like you said, you're actually saving it. That's a great way to put it, is you're making money a lot higher interest on your checking account that usually you don't make anything on.
Now, are people using it?
Yes, we are doing, we're doing across the country over $1 billion a year in this product. It is really becoming popular. People are really starting to know about it, and it's really math, so it really makes sense for the right person. If you got your debts in control and you want to pay off some debts, it's really a common sense once they look at it and see how it operates.
So the more money you have in your checking account, the more interest you save on your loan.
That is correct. For example, I have a lot of clients who might have a $500,000 loan and they have $50,000 sitting in a savings rainy day fund, but they leave it there because it's liquid. They don't put it against a regular amortized mortgage because then you can't get it back out. Well, here you just move it over. It saves you interest until you're going to use it. And you may need it 6 months from now. You need to pay IRS taxes, but why that money's sitting there, it's saving you interest. It's
now, John, are you telling me is it truly as simple as writing a check?
It's truly as simple as writing. It's like any other check. It is any other checking account you have. It's got online bill pay, debit card, and it's as easy as writing a check. I am telling you that.
If you got a small business and sweep into that account every night, you could literally have no mortgage payment ever.
We do a lot of the self-employed people, and why the money's sitting in their business account, they can move it over. Then when they got to pay the expenses, they move it back to their business account to keep the accounting good. But yes, why that money's sitting there parked, it saves them a lot of interest.
Now, the housing market is a lagging economic indicator. It's not a leading indicator, it's a lagging indicator. And it does tell us or solidifies what we think about the economy. It doesn't predict it, but it can predict more serious times. If the lagging indicator shows a slowdown, it means there could be more of a slowdown coming. So I'm going to ask Stephanie, what are you noticing in the housing market in the Colorado Springs or Pikes Peak area, as they call it?
You know, our days on market have consistently, I think, been riding in that 70 to 80 range. Our active properties
what is that
right
year
now,
over? What is that year over date or 2 years over date?
Oh, goodness. 2 years ago, I think we were probably half of that. I don't have that number in front of me off the top of my head.
What about
but probably
last year?
half, reasonably. So I do think those are increasing, but we're kind of, the last several months that we've talked about this, we've been in the same range. So the good news is I don't think we're, skyrocketing super high, anything like that. Our current active properties in Colorado Springs, we've got a little under 3,000, and we have a little over 1,000 under contract.
Now, I don't know what that means. So when you say 3,000, is that up or down?
I think that's up, but it's not horrible. So what I was getting to is having a little over 1,000 under contract. We've got a little under 3 months inventory, which really puts us kind of in a balanced position. It's not, super strong swing either direction.
What about on the negotiating side? Do you notice sellers giving in more or buyers giving in more?
Right now, I'm seeing some negotiation on both sides. I think that values are still at a reasonably strong point.
So is it a balanced market, you're saying, for buyer-seller?
Yeah, our inventory indicates that, but also the ability of a buyer and seller to kind of negotiate a win-win for each of them. That really does kind of keep us in that position. I am seeing, buyers negotiate some seller concessions, things. Of course, they can utilize that to buy down interest rates, pay closing costs, depending on the loan type and what that all looks like. But really, it's really an opportunity time in our market.
Christine is on the phone. Christine, while we're talking to Stephanie Thomas, chimes in here. Go ahead, Christine. What are you going to tell us here?
Well, I just think she's wonderful. I had my house on the market for 9 months. One offer that was so low, it was ridiculous. When my contract expired, I gave it to Stephanie, and I'm pretty sure in 23 days we may have a solid offer. So kudos to Stephanie.
Christine, thanks for calling. We really appreciate it. That's a genuine call from Christine talking about Stephanie Thomas.
Do you find a lot of, she said that her other broker, it was there, and then the contract finally expired. How long do you think that contract was? Do you remember?
She said they worked together for about 9 months.
Yeah, and they just wouldn't let her out after not performing at all?
They didn't. Mm-mm.
I cannot stand a real estate broker or agent that won't let someone out of a contract. Why hold someone hostage? I have never, I can't stand them. By the way, here's a text that came in. By the way, you can text me, and I got to remind you of this. I keep forgetting, but this comes to my personal cell phone 24/7. You, honest to God, can text me at any time, 747-999-5280. You can text me if you need consumer help, and we'll get you on the show, too. 747-999-5280. It said I had an all-in-one loan underwritten by CMG. It was awesome. Most people can't wrap their heads around it. John, do you find that's the biggest barrier to entry?
I do, because we've been people have been just fixated on what's my rate, what's my a 30-year mortgage, and what's my rate, and they don't realize with a 30-year mortgage, no matter what your rate is, you're paying mostly interest for the first 12 years. Here you pay principal first, the only loan, but yes, they have to wrap their head around, does it really work? And it, because it is math.
And that offset, though, a lot of people, you got to take that into a true calculation.
You do, and the way it offsets and the way it pays, it's the only loan that pays principal first. With all the other loans, is you're almost, you used to be, you're probably paying a third of your house cost in interest to the bank before you start paying principal down. And this is the opposite.
That's partnerinlending.com. Now, Frank Duran, the real estate man, right after this. I want to know what the hell's happening in the Denver area. Plus, we'll take your calls. 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. Denver Regen. Mark's been losing weight like crazy. They also do treatment for peripheral neuropathy through stem cells. I've used them for back pain. They are wonderful people with effective treatment. DenverRegen.com.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless.
Yeah, rough skating continues on I-70 with a closure here currently, but should be reopening shortly. We've got backups eastbound out of Idaho Springs, westbound coming down Floyd Hill. Right now, it looks like the city traffic's doing pretty well. We've got some slowing on 270 west up through Vasquez. I-25 south coming into downtown has been a little sluggish, as well as northbound from Broadway. 225, not too bad, and Pena, maybe a little bit of traffic coming out of the airport. If you're heading to DIA, it's 15 minutes from I-70 to the terminal. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
Sheridan Auto Tech is the name of the firm or the garage, the maintenance facility, the service center that I bring my cars. And my daughter, I was just telling her we need to get her car serviced. We're going to be going over to SheridanAutotech.com, and they do pre-buy inspections on used cars as well. And if anyone needs that, the listeners of this show need that, right? SheridanAutotech.com. Convenience, knowledge, experience, value. What else do you want? They treat you like family on Colfax, west of Wadsworth. SheridanAutotech.com. Give them a call. You will never be disappointed. 303-455-7242.
Awesome. Do you need to be excused again?
No, I'm all right.
All right.
I'm not going to give in to just a little fucking here and there. I just can't. I can't. Otherwise,
Right.
I can't live with myself. No, I'm serious.
I know you're a fighter.
Well, it's, So, Shannon, are you going to be at the party?
I have to. I'm working the audio. I'm on the clock until 9 p.m. at least. Hey, by the way, this was a brilliant insight from Mark. I don't know what CMG is able to offer, but Mark had this insight. Did you hear it earlier?
No.
If you got a small, you could literally have no mortgage payment ever.
Oh, well, Mark was speaking from experience.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's the teeny tiny loan.
That was pretty good.
Do I need to play it again for John?
Are you in offline?
I am. I can't.
Okay, here you go.
If you got a small, you could literally have no mortgage
Did you hit
payment ever.
offline?
No.
Hit offline.
That's it. Okay.
Go ahead, Shannon.
Oh, now he's got it? Okay.
Now, if you got a small, you could literally have no mortgage payment ever.
I love it. Oh, it's good.
Life's got to compensate you somehow. It's either that or a big truck.
Oh, shoe size matters.
How about that? I got credentialed to a thing I'm doing anyway. I don't mind. I really don't mind. It's actually an honor.
Where's
but
it
still,
at?
The lobby, the table you walked past.
Hey, why is your shit down in the lobby, brother?
That was me yesterday. Set that up there until about 9 p.m.
With the world's
You wouldn't know what to
cheapest
look at
headset
it.
I've ever seen.
That's going to be Dave Logan, Rick Lewis, Ryan Edwards.
Till when?
Nick Ferguson and Ben Albright until 9 p.m.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure they'll love doing that.
Well, we do it. Now,
where's the main thing on the
We do it.
the third?
Did you
Now,
just
the
say
big-
we do?
well, yeah, I know what it is you do. Yeah, the main party's going to be on the third floor, but everybody's got to
We
walk
heard
past us to get
cigars
there.
and 3-4 bars
It's
and
gonna
all
be
kinds
like-
of cool shit.
Elway and Jared Polis jamming with the Lumineers.
Is
or
Polis
some
really
crap.
going to be here?
Yeah.
I'm going to shout out questions to him.
Yeah, and Johnston did a proclamation. I think that today is KOA Day in Denver.
I'll shout out questions to him as well.
Yep.
Why do you suck?
Can't wait for those questions.
Genetics.
What time does the party start?
You know, I don't know that part.
That was like 4.
Well, I don't know. I'm on the air from the lobby at 3 p.m. That's the only thing I need to know.
But isn't there another party at like Punch Bowl Social or something?
I don't know that there's one off-site. I think they may be sponsoring. They may be giving us stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I've been on my hands and knees with duct tape and staple guns the last 3 days, but I still don't know what's going on.
Nice. At least they put you to some good use.
I'm kind of good at part of that.
Do you have to go back to the PGM when you talk online?
Yes, you want to. You don't have to.
But to listen to the show.
But you'll hear them in the background. It'll drive you nuts. You won't know what's going on.
Yeah, because we'll be in here cussing, making horrible racist jokes, and you're like, God, I can't believe they're getting away with that. Because we're coming back here 5 seconds away.
And search Behind the Flow. Start listening.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome, please, to the show. Welcome, please, to the show. Frank Duran, the real estate man. He's a great guy. Frank, in a word, Denver real estate market, Denver and beyond, from Castle Rock to up north. Well, tell me what's going on.
One word, correction. But I'd add another word, soft correction, Tom, because I'll tell you what, per Realtor.com, 40% of sellers opted to delist and wait for a better market. So unlike the bubble in 2008, today's shift does not resemble mass panic. I don't think sellers are panicking. In fact, recent Denver rates, delinquency, is at 1.7% compared to 2010, which is 11.5%. So Definitely, I think we're seeing a soft correction, but no reason to panic at all. In fact, I think many sellers, if they can't get the price, many of them are pulling them off the market.
Is it a seller's market or a buyer's market?
I would say more of a balanced market, Tom, because right now inventory is a little over 14,000 homes, which is the most we've seen since 2011. Back in 2008, we were a little over 26,000 homes active on the market, so that was a true buyer's market, where here's more balanced, I believe.
I want to know net influx or exodus on the state. Do you guys know? Are we getting more people in than are moving out, or people moving out?
I'd say we have less people moving in statistically than we've seen in the last so many years, but you know how that goes, Tom. That's a moving target too.
Get it? And there's a pun there. It's a moving target from people moving in or moving out. But Frank, days on market compared to last year.
Yeah, so days on market are definitely up. In fact, we're sitting around 37 days in MLS. And for attached properties, that's gone up to 55 days in MLS. So the attached properties like your condos and townhomes. But I'll say this, Tom, the $1 million plus market has been really rough. Last I checked, the inventory is, I think, over 14 months of inventory in certain price segments over $2 million. So
that's because they overpaid.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
There's a lot of homes that are over $1 million. If you looked at 10 years ago, they're $500,000.
Mark, they either overpaid or the homes over appreciated. I mean, how many times has this happened to us over the years, where I'm sitting in a home that is worth what they say it's worth, I would never pay, and I'm living in it. You know, think about that one. I mean, I know that happens to a lot of people. And so they move into a home. It's not worth, in their minds, what the market says it's worth. So, but when they go to sell, they want every penny of that market. And sometimes, Frank, here's what I want to know, Frank or Stephanie. Are we going to get a correction in prices? I've not seen a correction in prices so much. Will values come down at all?
You know, Tom, here's what's going to happen, I believe. Right now, prices have remained strong, but here's the deal. With more inventory hitting the market, I think that will follow suit at some point, and we may see prices soften a little bit. I don't see the market tanking whatsoever, though, and reason being is a lot of sellers versus 2008 have more skin in the game than they had back in that time
That's
frame.
Right. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Remember, a free valuation of your home before you even think about listing. 303-920-1622. Stephanie does that too. She's StephanieRE.com, 720-260-0918. And I want to talk to Dean. Dean, if we don't get time to finish the whole question, we'll finish after our important news break. Dean, let's talk. What is your question?
All right. About a year and a half ago, there was a house that I was looking at buying. I made an offer on it, and the fellow that has the house had told me he had a reverse mortgage on it. Now, he's died, and so now it's in an estate, and they've got it for sale.
Yes.
And, okay, and so now I don't know exactly how much that he had on this reverse mortgage that he had pulled out.
It doesn't matter.
But, well, here's the question. At what point, I was told by a realtor that I was working at that at some point that reverse mortgage will end, and then the lender will now be the seller, not the people that are in the estate.
Here's what happens with a reverse loan. When the man dies, if the estate does not take it over, it goes back to the lender with no recourse against the estate. You will then deal with them to buy the house. Now, I'm going to ask John at CMG Mortgage if I got that right. I think I do. CMG Financial.
You do, and the contract says, they give them like 6 months to sell the house, but they extend that. I've seen it go up to a year and a half that the reverse.
But who makes the ultimate decision on acceptance of the contract?
The owner of the house right now. The lender has nothing to do with it.
But if it's under the loan amount, the lender signs off on it.
Sure, if it is, but if it was reverse and not, depends on how long ago it was done, but it's hard to get upside down on reverses.
That's right. Most likely there will be some equity there. Hold on if you have more follow-up questions. I'm Tom Martino. This is an important show for you.
People do, though. happens.
Now with the appreciation, it used to happen, 08, 09, but with the appreciation now, I mean, my dad did a reverse in Phoenix back when they were giving like 60, 70%, and his house has gone up almost 40%, and it's not even close.
It's not even close.
And he's been in it for 15 years. I mean, it's just, yeah.
He got it perfect then.
He did, but yeah, there's nowadays, because they don't loan you very much.
Hey, John?
No, I'm good, thanks.
He just stepped out, Tom.
Okay.
I know.
And it gets to a point where now you have to just politely say, look, we're here, you let us know, because we don't want to feel like we're breathing down his neck.
Right.
It's a fine balance, because you got to be on top of it and say, hey, we're here for you, we're here. But you can get to a point where you seem like you're badgering them too. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
just said, hey, buddy, we're
I
here.
try- I don't
you let
stop
us know.
people. Yeah.
You let us know when you need us. We're here for you. I don't want you to
Yes.
think we're ignoring you, but we don't want you to feel like we're pressuring you.
I was just curious because I got like I said, another email from him like a week or two.
Yeah, it's always sort of like this vague put off, like, oh, yeah, I'll get back to you kind of thing. And every
Then he
time,
doesn't.
should we check? When would you like us to check back in? A couple months. Okay, so we'll get him in the file, and we'll check back in. Always faithfully.
Yes.
Couple,
Oh,
hey,
yeah, I know.
He asks to check back in a couple months, just checking in again, don't hear nothing. Hey, Andrew, you asked to check in, left you a text a couple weeks ago, hadn't heard nothing, where should we go from here?
Yeah.
And then a few days later, he might say, still not ready, so
Sure,
that's
okay.
kind of what it's been.
Yeah, I was just curious, like I said, because I get these like here and there random, but then I get no
Yeah, I know.
after it too.
It's been a little sporadic.
Yeah,
Too, so
yeah.
Mike's been reaching out, I've been reaching out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you do, friend.
I know.
They got to have the desire too, otherwise
Oh
you
my
can't help them.
gosh. So one of the ones that you sent.
What do you think about the all-in-one loan? I think it's wonderful.
Months and months and months.
I was just reading the American Financing Bank Statement. But when you asked, so I kind of view them as kind of the same thing.
No, they're different, totally. Yeah.
In terms of the end result, is you use the equity in your house.
Oh, man.
The bank statement loan is simply for qualification. It's a normal 30-year conventional loan. But for qualification,
It's only to buy.
it's only for qualification. It has nothing to do with the structure of the loan. The all-in-one loan does conventional qualification, but the loan is totally unconventional.
Okay, now I get
The loan is a fixed amount on your value, and then you can borrow as much of it, and then pay it down, or pay it down nightly, pay it down, whatever extra cash. See, I always have some extra cash sitting around, and it would go against my principal, which would lower the interest for the days I have that money in my account. And people say, well, why do I keep money in that account? Well, it's your checking account. So if you have a checking account, keep the money there, and you're hardly going to pay interest.
that requires the same kind of qualifications.
We were just talking about like flooring samples and stuff. Like
That's
that,
right,
So
same.
helping him
That's
kind
right.
of prep it to get ready for sale.
That's right. That's right.
It's gonna be like such a hard
It's
project for
no
me. When we're finally
easier.
there.
That's
I'm gonna
right.
be like, this
The
poor
only
man
one that
is
has
gonna
relaxed
bring
requirements
this
is the
terrible.
bank statement.
He's got
They just want to know
classes
you
to
managed a
take,
bank
and
account,
he's been
money in,
living
money out, money in, money out.
Yeah,
And they
he's getting
feel they
loan
can,
from everybody.
with their
So
algorithms,
finally, I'm like,
they
got him
can
hooked up with an
predict.
attorney. I'm
Put
like,
some pressure.
I've
Yeah,
done it
you
for
need-
all
attorney
my
in there now,
Fostera
put some
properties.
pressure.
Not all of them, but
Yes.
well, yeah, actually,
Yeah, so
most
he's
of them
got
were based
an attorney
on
helping now, but-
um,
Oh,
just plain
heartbreaking
income
for
and
me.
bank statement.
And he's
Just
the
two things.
kindest, nicest man when you meet him.
See,
He's
so
not
that
upset.
loan can
I mean,
only
he
go
is, but he's not
purchase
belligerent.
or
He's not
refinancing
elevated. He's just talking through. And you
What,
can
the
tell-
proceeds of what
the
loan?
banks.
And I'm like,
I
oh,
think
The bank
you
statement
should
mortgage.
get an attorney involved.
Yeah.
You can
Oh,
take
yeah.
out on your
Put some
house.
pressure,
They
because
don't
a
give
lot
a
of
shit
times
what
they
you
see
do
an
with the
attorney's
money as
involved,
long
it
as your
gets their
house is
attention
up as
really quick.
collateral.
Yeah.
That's the
Really
banks.
clear. House family.
Yes.
They're doing really
And the bank
good.
statement
so
loan, for all
Aaron's
practical
next
purposes,
powerlifting
is a
meet
conventional 30-year
Saturday.
Okay.
The
So-
Hi,
only
Paul. This
thing
is Kelly
bank
over at the
statements
Tom
are
Martino
is the
Troubleshooter Show.
qualification.
He's benching over 3.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and get our expert on. We'll help you with your solar issue, okay? Hang on.
Well, if your
Yeah,
house is
and
paid
he's almost
off,
6
yeah.
foot tall.
If your house is,
But he's
if you take
super
cash
lean.
out,
Here, I'll
yes.
show you.
He's got the genetics.
And you can use it for
Oh my
whatever you
gosh.
want, just like
He's
any loan.
Super, super, super lean too. And
You want me to turn this on?
How long has he been lifting?
Yeah, sure.
a while, because after several concussions, we killed football
Yeah.
in high school.
Yeah.
So then he started really lifting.
Okay.
But that was after his first meet because he took some medals after his
Yeah,
first. You
he's
can tell
lean, but
he's
you can tell he's in good shape, too, yeah.
He's He is cut. There you
That's
go.
pretty cool.
You can see better in that shirt.
discipline.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
See, the discipline
Yeah.
that you have to have. Now think about this. Now I'm disciplined, but I'm not trying to power lift. I'm
No,
just
I just-
taking
yeah.
care of health.
Exactly.
My son, he lifts, okay. But the one thing is this. It's the junk food. You have to totally cut that garbage out. High protein, healthy protein.
That he's doing that now
Yeah.
for prep, but no, he likes his ice
amino
cream.
acids,
Yep.
creatine.
Yeah, he does his creatine.
And just so much. I think it's 1 gram of protein per your body weight.
Yeah, so he does a lot
Yeah.
of like high protein,
Yeah.
lean, especially going into this meet. He's really
Yeah.
high protein lean.
Oh,
right
you
now.
have to be so disciplined.
Well, and the thing is it's like, your weight fluctuates a few pounds. So, and he has a coach working with him that kind of adopted him after his first meet because he came in and did so good.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, but he did. So he's got this coach working with him and like really tweaking things. And
Yeah.
from several months ago, because his first meet was we went to Nashville in the end of April. So April.
Yeah.
Yeah, end of April. Anyway, so he's like was in right before our Nashville trip, and all of his lifts are going to be a lot higher than the first one. Just the coach kind of helping him with like form and.
That's what people don't realize. If you're going
Yes.
to take it serious, get a coach, get somebody who knows
Yeah.
what they're doing, because anybody at a high level has a coach.
Yes.
They all do. Actors
Yep.
have coaches. Professional athletes have coaches.
Absolutely.
Get a coach. And but I respect that because guess what? You could tell this kid's working hard.
Oh yeah.
Hey, there you are. Okay, gotcha. I got Paul on the
Like
phone.
these guys,
He's
they
the one
take
that has an
steroids
issue
and
with
they get
solar,
big,
okay?
but they end up dying in their 30s,
Okay,
which is
hang on.
stupid. And not taking shortcuts, and that's impressive. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
he's what they call natural. Well, you either go in as tested or untested.
Yeah.
So he always goes tested because he can test clean.
Oh
but
yeah.
He's completely
All right,
natural,
God bless
so.
him, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
but we're real excited about that.
That's impressive, man.
Yep, his deadlift will be in a 500-pound
Yeah.
ballpark. His squat will probably be 360, 370. And then his bench will be 315. His competition bench
That's
is
crazy.
different than just in the gym.
Has he ever watched the? I think it was filmed in the '70s. It was a documentary called Pumping Iron with Schwarzenegger and Ferrigno.
It's tough to say.
You got to tell him to watch that sometime.
Okay.
But it shows behind the scenes how they prepared for Mr. Olympia.
Facebook.
And
Okay.
it's really cool how disciplined those guys were.
Oh, yeah.
And how hard they would work.
Oh, this kid's in the gym every day for hours.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to really be committed. You know.
Yeah, it's funny. You can definitely tell at the
Diet
meet.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I am Tom Martino, and welcome to the show. 45 years in Denver, solving your problems, talking to hundreds of thousands of consumers with issues. And for the last several years, I have Marc Mager with me. I got Suze, the executive producer behind the team, which is on the air and also helping us. And then I have great experts. God, I love my experts. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, a dear friend of mine. 30 years or more in the biz. I got Stephanie Thomas from Colorado Springs area, Pikes Peak area, and she's doing a great job down there. I have John Clace. I'd known John and his brothers, his dad, the family for years and years. And John is with CMG Mortgage or CMG Financial Partner and Lending.com. And then I've gotten to know this young woman. She is such an expert and a godsend to the solar industry because I'll tell you why. There are so many clowns in the solar industry. You know, Brooke, I don't think people know that when someone sells you a solar system, they're usually not in the solar business. They just sell the contract and move on. And then someone else comes to install it. Isn't that right, Brooke?
That's 100% correct. Yep.
And then the people who install it if you have a problem or something, you can't even call them back. Because now, you're left out in limbo most of the time. In fact, many of your calls, you help people who've had systems put in by other people because you're a full service company. Now, there's a reason I'm going here with Brooke. I need her as an expert for something. But Brooke not only has the team to sell the systems, they have the teams to install it, the teams to service it, and everything in between. Brooke is now her emphasis is from solar, residential to commercial. And the reason we talked about is that there is so much potential and so many government giveaways in a good way. And for greenies who love the idea of battling climate change and helping the environment, there's nothing better than having a business go solar. Or if you're just a greedy person who wants to save money and make money, you can do that with a commercial system. She's got commercial systems that have been paid for 100%. Imagine having Brooke come and do a system and you never have to outlay any cash. Not only that, if you had a strip mall, Brooke, you can have a landlord making money on his solar system that's paid for 100%, but have tenants pay him for electricity, and he pockets the money. Is that right?
Yep, that's correct. They would become the utility company, so that would just increase their bottom dollar.
Now, let's see what Paul has to say. Again, Brooke is on as our expert. I just wanted to lay some foundation for redrocksrs.com. And I'm still talking to her, by the way, if you've ever about tax credits. I have 100% intention of buying commercial tax credits. The hardest thing in the world is to get a damn attorney to review a solar credit contract. Brooke, hardly any of them know. Once I find one, though, we can use it as a rubber stamp for your future, because these guys are rare to come by. But I'm trying to get someone. If anybody knows attorneys that are familiar with solar credits and tax credits, and maybe a good tax attorney I should get. Maybe that's what I'll do. So, Brooke, without further ado, let's bring up Paul. Paul, welcome to the show. You're on with Tom Martino and Marc Mager. What's going on?
First of all, good morning, Tom. Thank you for taking our call. And I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
My wife is here, and she wanted to spearhead this conversation.
All right. What's your wife's name, Paul?
Erica.
Erica, go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Hi, Tom. I am absolutely the greenie you're talking about. When we first went and got a house right before the pandemic, great timing, and I always wanted to put solar on it and get renewable energy established for our home. And we went and did 9 different bids for 9 different companies, and ended up choosing SmartWave Solar.
Did you buy it or lease it?
We bought it.
Okay.
So we have a loan. A finance. Yeah, we have a loan.
So we bought
it. Yeah, no, I understand. Is it called? And the company was SmartWave.
Yes, SmartWave Solar.
Got it.
So they were originally based in Utah, I think, and then kind of expanded to Colorado.
And when did you buy this? When did you buy it, by the way?
2018.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hold on, let me double check my agreement.
Sorry, we bought in 2018 the house. Solar came.
2022. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Okay, so keep going then. So then what happened?
So we bought it in 2022, and it was the whole installation was, just chock full of fun experiences. They delivered the materials, all of the modules, from the distributor to our home, but outside of our home, and on this bike path that goes outside of our home. And one of our neighbors thought it was free, and
now,
so then decided to steal
Erica, I'm sure that you have a litany of problems in history that is reads like a comedy. No. I'm just saying I might want to hear some of this stuff to fill in the blanks. But for now, I want to ask you, have you ever had this system up and operating since 22?
Absolutely. Yep. It's been up and operating. And then I actually decided to get into the solar industry myself. So I decided to work for a solar company. I then was scheduling all of the crews to go and install all of the systems. And then I transitioned to a new role in the service department where I schedule our service technicians to go back and to fix all of the systems. So that kind of got me thinking about my own system. And I checked in on my monitoring portal to see how it was doing, and I saw it was clipping, which is the act of it not being able to produce more than, so the DC that's coming in, my AC was clipping it because my AC, my inverter that's on the side of my house, doesn't have the capacity
Now,
to...
did you have your team check out your system?
I did have my team, they happened to be close by on a service call, and I had them just kind of come and take a look at the inverter.
What did they say about it?
So I actually, before I even had my team come out, I went outside myself and looked at my system, and it turns out that they installed a 7 kilowatt inverter. They sold me a 9.6 kilowatt system, and then after reviewing the designs, during the sales process, they had to resubmit to Arapahoe County because they didn't include the setback requirement. And so in order to, they have to move panels that were in really good spots for production. They had to move them away from those spots. So,
All right, so
two
bottom
additional
line
panels.
is this. Here's what I need to ask, because I want to get to the meat. They installed a smaller system than is written in your contract?
Correct.
A smaller inverter.
Inverter. Yeah. So we still have.
I want to ask
9.6
Brooke
kilowatts.
something. Brooke, what would a smaller inverter do? She was talking about the 9 kilowatt versus the 7 kilowatt. Can you explain that to us, Brooke?
Yeah, absolutely. So every system, typically, you usually have a smaller inverter than you have as a system size for your panels. So it's kind of complicated because it's got a lot of engineering. So let me kind of give you a generics. Yeah. So if you have a 10 kilowatt inverter, it can handle up to a 14 kilowatt solar system. So that solar system is going to send it power in DC, and it can convert it to AC, and it can handle that. Here's your issue. You don't ever want to put a machine, any kind of machine, to its limit all day, every day. So when she's saying that the inverter is not working the way it should be, that's because you're stressing out a piece of equipment to the point where it's going to break and deteriorate and stop working as fast, right? So usually what I do in the same example is if I was doing a 10 kilowatt inverter, I would keep it at 12 kilowatts for the solar system, because then it's a little bit undersized, which makes sense for science, but it's not to the point where it's stressing out my inverter too much.
Okay.
Does that make sense, Tom?
Yes, it does. Absolute, complete sense. Now, I want her to keep going to see where we're going with this, Erica. So what is the situation you're calling about? What tipped this thing over?
It's the fact that, so it's clipping, and then I looked at my design.
What is
when they did the
clipping? What
redesign.
does clipping mean?
Brooke, you want to take that one?
Brooke?
Yeah, of course. So what clipping means is on the rooftop, your solar panels are producing, let's say, 100 kilowatt hours of power. Well, if your inverter is too small, then it can only handle, let's say, 80 kilowatts of power. So even though your solar system can produce 100, you're only actually making 80 because the equipment's just not big enough.
Now, what would be wrong with just, Erica, I'm asking you this, Erica and Paul, tell me what would be wrong with just buying another inverter, having Red Rocks put another inverter on it? I mean, in order
to get another inverter, we'd have to go through the full permitting process as well as a redesign. We'd have to.
Is that
and then
true,
also our bus
Brooke?
lines.
Is it hard to just change the inverter?
So anytime you make any changes, you definitely are supposed to get everything permitted appropriately. But then switching out an inverter, it's kind of up to each homeowner and how they would want to handle it.
But I hear what you're saying. What you're saying is, come on, you can switch out the inverter and call it maintenance, for God's sakes. I mean, you can make this more difficult, but how much would it cost, do you think, Brooke, to switch out an inverter to the proper size, just roughly?
Erica, can you tell me what brand it is?
So it's an SMA Sunny Boy. It's a 7.0. They redesigned it for a 7.7. They installed the wrong size inverter, and my bus bar on my service, so my actual electrical panel, it can't have a larger inverter on it.
You know, Brooke will figure that out. We just needed to know the manufacturer.
Okay, so that's
Go ahead.
yeah, but that's very important information, Erica. We're a little bit too technical for what Tom's asking for. So simply saying, her electrical box can't handle a bigger inverter. So the solar system cheaped out, the installer cheaped out on putting together the right inverter size because they also needed to upgrade the main panel.
Okay, so are you
her.
saying this can't be upgraded properly because of her panel? Would her panel have to be changed out?
You'd have to swap out the panel, which would definitely require a permit, but you could still just switch out the inverter if you wanted to, up to the homeowner again.
But if you switched out just the inverter, if you switched out just the inverter, would it overtax her panel?
It would be a fire hazard. It
Okay,
would
then
be against
to
any
do,
heat code.
listen, here's what I'm asking. It's a very simple question. Since they screwed up in the beginning, to make this right, how much are they looking at? Erica, have you priced that out? You say you're in the solar business. How much will it cost to correct your system? And don't say you got to tear it all off and start over, because you don't.
No, we wouldn't have to do that. So an average cost for a service change is around like $5,000. And then for the cost of a different inverter, it would probably be another like $3,000 to $5,000.
So we're talking
10,000.
about a little under 10 grand. And is the original company responsible, in your opinion, Brooke?
What on the permit documents, did they list a 7.7 or a 7 on what got stamped by Arapahoe County, Erica?
7.7 was the update. So when they had to revise it for the setbacks, they revised it to a 7.7.
Right there it tells you company, that the install company messed up and it's their fault.
So listen, Erica, you know, how do they feel about paying for we got to take this break. I need to know why they're just not stepping up. Hold on. I'm Tom Martino. See, things like this suck when people don't stand up. More about that coming up.
Yep.
Hi, Dan Cicchini. For custom kitchens or cabinetry facing done right, go to drhi.com. Great cash incentives or a special financing rate of 0% APR with 72 equal monthly payments with approved credit. Call for details, 800-362-8370.
Vestera Turnkey is a system for becoming a landlord. Now, they pick markets where the equity growth and the potential is there. The rents are strong. I'm involved. I have now 4 properties, and I'm going to go on to 5 or more. And what they do is handle each and every aspect, from closing and what to buy to management and then selling it. And you sit back, well, you got to do a little bookkeeping here and there for yourself. It's fun, but you don't have the conventional risks and hassles. Find out more at Vestera, Vestera, VesteraTurnkey.com. John Fuller is an information giver. I love information givers because what they do is avail themselves to you. If you're in an accident with injuries or you're not so sure about injuries and you just need information, you won't be hustled. Call John Fuller and get pure information with no obligation to put them on retainer. John Fuller would love to talk to you. No other PI attorneys do that up front. 303-597-4500. Then when you hire him, it's on a percentage fee basis. And get this, you get his cell phone to call or text at any time, and he really means it. Now, that's personal when it comes to personal injury. 303-597-4500.
Golly, okay, well, listen, and not to diminish my role here, but I am the moron that runs the audio, so I am the exact opposite of help, okay? I have several ex-wives that would attest to that. Let me throw you on hold, and Kelly, the some chick, We'll pick up as soon as she's done peeing or whatever. She'll get right back in here and talk to you, and I'll whack the hell out of her if she keeps screwing around with you. Okay? Hang on, brother. Don't run off. Ah.
Oh, goodness gracious. Do you have a busy day?
Mark has run off. I don't know where he is, and if Suze is listening, she can probably attest to the fact that he likes to be alone in a dark room when he's ordering off a Temu.
I usually book myself a whole lot.
Oh,
out of
goodness.
Denver, 'cause
Yep.
That's
I'm
good
about
to know.
guessing.
An hour and a
Yep.
half, hour and 45 minutes one way. So I spend a good portion of the day driving. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I normally, to be here by a few minutes before 10, I'll leave by 8, to get here.
And then you don't go back down there until
4, exactly. So, this morning, though, I got up really, really, really early. I just woke up, like, a little before 4. And, I had to drive my husband's truck instead of my truck today. Because my mirror's doing something wonky and I didn't want to be in traffic on it, right? Well, my husband's truck is huge. I drive a Tahoe, and he's got a big truck. So that's like, it's almost like which one's worse to drive through town. You know what I mean? But on the way, I'm like, I need to go get gas. I have to go wash it. I'm like, and it needs to be vacuumed so I can, because driving him, he does not keep his truck vacuumed and all that like I do mine. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, doing that kind of stuff this morning. I was like, oh goodness. But thankfully, I was able, because I got up so crazy early, I was able to leave a good 45 minutes before I normally would leave. So I could go get his truck all good. And,
That is good.
yeah.
The worst is when you have to pull over to answer text or emails.
Well, oh, well, see, and that's the thing. In my truck, it's all connected, so it's all hands-free. Yeah. His truck's not connected. So it's a whole nother ball game.
I just can't find it
My
on
phone doesn't connect.
Amazon, which really pisses me off a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I maybe did not put the right search terms in.
I had him on hold.
Then he contracts out with lots of businesses.
I mean, I got
Jim, I have
confirmation
you
it
on
was
hold to
listed.
do a follow-up.
Maybe it takes a while. I don't know.
IT. I mean, he'll even do like phones, cameras, everything kind of connected to their network. So he kind of manages all of
Yeah, because
God
we
dang it.
got your
I mean, this
information,
is
so he
bullshit.
reviewed it.
Got several
I was
business
scared.
businesses.
I mean,
A little
And,
young for that group, but
lots of,
You know what I mean?
you know, Black Sabbath.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-8255. Erica and Paul had a solar system installed in 2022. Basically, it wasn't installed according to contract, and it was installed incorrectly for the house. To correct the deficiencies will cost around 10 grand or a little under. So what should they do? Well, I need to ask Paul and Erica a very simple question. Did you ask the original company to make this right?
We did.
And what was their response?
That they would give us another 3 kilowatt inverter. That they were going to add a 3 kilowatt inverter to our system to bring it up to a 10 kilowatt inverter AC.
But would that overtax the, I'm going to ask Brooke now, Brooke White with Red Rocks Roof and Solar, redrocksrs.com. Brooke, would that overtax their box if they did that? Their panel?
I would assume yes.
So, no matter what, now, but that would be a solution if the service was upgraded. Is that correct?
That's correct. And in the proposal, when we were originally signing the contract, they actually made a note that service upgrades were free, where there was no cost for that.
Well, I doubt that. That's a $5,000 issue there. I mean, but
right.
They
now that
listen,
we're on this side of the contract.
Here's what I'm thinking. I would go to small claims court for $7,500, the max. I don't see how you lose. You have an expert like Brooke, you have for an affidavit, you have her inspected, give you a price from an expert. You have your own company who can do that as well. So you have two experts going in saying it's going to take 10 grand to fix, or excuse me, at least 7,500 to fix this, but that's all you're asking because of the small claim limit. Have you ever thought
maybe we call over? Maybe just a call from us will nudge them in the correct way.
And of course, we're willing to do that as well. So who should we have handle this, Mark? To just call over there.
Well, let's have Kelly call over there and see if they want to come on air and explain why the contract says one thing and they didn't deliver it, and the way they're proposing to fix it's going to overtax the system. And let's just give them the opportunity.
That's a good summation.
Do the right thing.
That's a good summation. And
I'm good at summating.
They really, basically, you're good at summarizing. They really should have, known this going in, right, Brooke? I mean, when you go to a house and you know the system may overtax the panel, do you tell them, hey, as part of the cost, you have to upgrade the panel? And is that included in part of the money they get tax credits for?
Yes. Yep. All of that. 100%. So in order to get anything past a permit or approval with the city to get you connected with the utility company, it all has to be permitted that way based on photos of what's there. And the engineer says, this system is going to do X and we need to upgrade it. So it's very black and white if they need it or not.
Hey, another question. Did you finance this thing? Is it on a lease?
We have a loan.
So a loan through what, though? Who is it? Who's the loan through?
Financial.
I missed that.
Sunlight Financial.
So through Sunlight, Brooke, let me ask you this. If Sunlight financed a 10K system and it's not, are they going to have an issue with the installer?
No, the financial company will not care.
Okay.
Got it.
All right.
We're
gonna hold on. We're gonna call over there, and I think we can cut Brooke, cut her off right now, and then have her back if we need her. RedRocksRS.com 303-704-2449. Brooke, as always, we thank you immensely for this, and let's go to Jim, and we're going to do that right after these important messages. But Jim has a question on a CT IO citation. What is that, Dimitri? How'd you get involved?
Well, I'm not involved in it yet, but I'm familiar with that acronym because we've had a couple of calls like that.
What is that, sir?
It's the same kind of ticket you probably are familiar with, which is when you when you're in the toll lane or getting in or out, you cross the double yellows.
Yes.
However, a couple of months ago, we had John Bolin on the show. Mark interviewed him. He's the lawyer that defeated one of those tickets. He's in Greenwood Village. He defeated the ticket, and he at the time was considering putting together a class action lawsuit against the tolling authority. So depending on what our caller has to say, it might be good to get Mr. Bolin on the phone too.
All right. So we have more on that coming up. Waterpros.net. Drinking water, reverse osmosis at the kitchen sink. Get rid of all the crap in your water, everything, for just $1,200, or I think it's $11.95. You'll never find this kind of system anywhere else. 303-862-5554, waterpros.net.
KHOW Denver, 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Now, Impact Traffic.
From the Superstar Car Wash Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
I-70 at the bottom of Floyd Hill officially closed once again.
Tell Mark I'm going to ask him
closure this morning.
To chime in on Gravinas
westbounders, eastbound, not really too bad.
You got it.
Those Springs, US 6 west of Golden, continuing to see some delays up Clear Creek Canyon. City traffic's not bad. We've got I-70 west from Quebec back to Brighton running a little slow. 270's been a little heavy out of Commerce City. And the east side of I-70 out near Tower, heading out towards E470 with road work, does have traffic backed up periodically. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Miracle Treat Day at DQ is Thursday, July 31st, when $1 or more of each Blizzard treat sold at participating locations benefits kids like me, Ari, a Children's Miracle Network Hospitals champion. Support local kids like me on Miracle Treat Day at DQ, Thursday, July 31st.
All right, Mark, I want you to put up a poll, okay, to see what style they like better. Do the line, Gravina's has the greatest windows. Do it.
Gravina's.
Keep going.
Well, that's it. That's
right.
the part I know.
Has the greatest windows. Okay.
Let me hear you now.
No, I'm going to have a different style.
No, I want to hear you.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to do it, but I want them
wait,
to
here
vote.
He goes.
I want them to vote on which one.
Gravina's.
Gravina's has the greatest windows.
Oh,
now,
that
come
was
on.
just lame.
Now, people,
lame duck.
okay, but they
Lame
do,
duck.
don't they? They have 50 freaking brands of windows
And
multiple
200 lines.
Yeah, I mean, it's really incredible. But what I love about this company is the heritage they have. You know, so many companies want to brag about that. These guys have been in the business since Dad started, and then Larry broke off and went to 950 West Evans with his son, Nick. They're good people and great value. Gravina's has the greatest window. Gravinas.com, 303-GRAVINA.
Very nice.
Who had an
That was fun.
that
Yeah.
waived it, and it was installed incorrectly. And they're on the phone, and we're trying to get.
All right, I'm going to put the poll up,
Put
people.
the poll up. Go ahead. I'll get my ass kicked. But I want to remind the YouTubers I'm a recovering cancer patient, and
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I'm going to play every card I have.
Is the handicap hang tag a necklace now, or what are you doing?
I'm going to have it tattooed on my arm.
There you go. I can park here, MFer.
Yeah, I actually don't have one.
You deserve one.
Yeah. God.
I think Kelly got somebody from the solar company on.
Wow.
She's getting their name.
Actually,
Love
that
it.
would be great. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I bet you anything Mark will win this poll. Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Anything.
Guys, don't
In
let him
fact-
get away with this, okay? Come on, tubers. Do me a favor,
I
you
bet
morons.
anything Mark wins this poll. Anything. In fact, I bet Tom doesn't get one vote. Not
Oh,
one. Not one. You could literally have no mortgage payment ever. Yep, look at that. So far, Mark 100%. Mark 100%.
Oh, wait a minute.
100%.
I just saw it, you creep.
100%.
Did you see his poll?
100%.
Now put up a freaking poll.
Look at that, 100%. You know, I'm not one to brag. If you got a small, you could literally have no.
This is wrong that I can't
doing
even
good.
find this book, no matter how I. This is.
Look at that. John, can you believe it? 100% I do a better Gravina's.
I don't know.
Oh, no, she knows.
100%.
Well, I just heard yours. Maybe we got to hear Tom's.
Oh, Tom's was
I already
like this.
told
Gravina's.
I said, Kelly's busy hanging out.
That's the best window.
Oh, making fun of me. Okay. That's Americans with Disabilities Act. Now I'm going after him. I got everything on him.
You got to roll.
I got
the
everything
tongue.
with you, bro. I'm going after
Like
you for
when you
everything.
say,
I'm pulling every card out I
roll
have.
your tongue on something,
First of all,
Frank. Say
I'm a
something where
person
you
at
roll
risk.
your tongue.
I'm
Can
a
you
person
guys
at
do that?
risk because I'm over 65. I have a temporary disability. I'm sick.
So you didn't roll the tongue.
I don't have this roll the tongue.
You don't
Am
have
I
to
a
roll the
minority?
tongue.
I'm Italian.
Gravina's.
There's that, yeah.
That's what my grandma would tell me. So.
But
Look at
Mark,
that, look at
wouldn't
that.
he
I
have
don't
to
have
show
the
up in
roll of
court
tongue anyway.
to face you?
100%.
Yeah, well, you're
It's
free
unbelievable.
and clear there.
Hi, this is Tom Martino Show. How can I help you?
Look at that. 100%. 100%. 23 votes, not one for Tom. It's pretty remarkable. The more I get it, markable, remarkable.
Tom in the gang?
Everybody get it? Spelled with a C, remarkable.
It takes up to 72 hours. It takes up to 72 hours. Okay, so that's it.
understand why it takes
Remarkable.
You like that, don't you?
It just rings. It's got a good ring to it, Mark.
How about when someone goes, frankly?
I like better when they say I moved to Franktown.
Wait, 3
Yeah,
full
that's
days.
right. And Frank got me that new house in Franktown. Miles is in South Dakota.
Yeah.
For the, what do you call it? The rally, the motorcycle rally. So that
for
starts
Sturgis?
this weekend.
He's going to Sturgis?
Yeah, well,
something you had already.
They're going to have. They'll have 4 or 5
or-
store managers in that store.
No
for the next
shit.
Week. Yeah,
No
it's crazy. He said so. It doesn't start till this weekend.
when we talked
He
to
says the
Abel and,
entire town is motorcycles already.
Oh wow.
Hold your juice, Newton. Did you know we'd talk to Abel?
My brother goes to that usually.
Talk to who?
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jim wants to talk about a CTIO citation, which was pointed out. It's one of those tickets you get for crossing over the line in an express lane. Once you enter, you must stay in it until you get a broken line to exit. They have a way to do it with cams that they say is foolproof, and it doesn't matter if you're just coasting half and half. I mean, they're really strict about these. They did a lot of warning tickets beforehand saying this is only a warning, but it was going to go into effect, blah, blah, blah. I did get one. I did. What really puzzles me.
Wait.
Yeah.
One?
Oh, only one on the well, how many did you guys
Only
get?
one that we haven't bothered you with.
Oh, see, Mark and Suze have our corporate address, and it goes there. The corporation that's where my car's registered. And the double line thing, though, here's what I don't understand. I have the windshield transponder that I can switch from toll to HOV, and I always have it on, so I should just be told. I don't understand why they care. Oh, I know what they're thinking, that I dodged the reader of the toll. That's what it was. Okay, so Jim, tell us your story.
All right. Well, okay, like I said last time.
What do you mean
My
last
wife and I
time?
were-
Hold on. What do you mean last time, bro? Did you call in before?
Yeah, I called in Monday and tried to talk to you about it.
Oh, okay, let's go back to that call. I mean, and so what did you tell us on Monday?
Well, I mean, we were coming home from a 10-day road trip, and when we got past Peoria, I'll abide by their rules, but their rules are stupid. They only have 2 places you can enter that.
Oh, I remember this. Yes. And you said, are you sure that it would have been, I got it right here. And Mark said, why did Mark take this on? I have notes here that Mark was going to make a call. Got a ticket for illegal lane change in express lane on a Saturday right near the end of the lane. And he says, look, are you sure there was no way to exit where you wanted to exit?
So
no, because what was happening that night? Well, first off, I entered across the single white line over right there by 225. Okay, and I thought the traffic was all backed up at 7:00 at night, and I'm on my way home from a long trip.
Right. Look,
I'm not going to sit there.
You can fight this, but you got to listen to me, and you will win it. Whether or not it's worth your time doesn't matter.
Go ahead, Mark. Why do you say he'll win it, Mark?
Well, hold on. I got to ask him a few questions. I don't remember this call, nor did I say I'd take it on, but it doesn't. None of that matters. Did you end up getting charged for a toll on your account? That's a very yes or no answer.
No.
Then you owe the money. Can't say anything else about it.
Now, Mark, why do you say that? Tell us the difference.
Because people that enter in the proper way, wherever it is, they enter in the proper way, they get hit, and they end up paying the license plate toll or the responder toll. You follow me so
Yes.
far?
Yeah, if
Like
they
you.
enter
You're-
and
you're
exit,
a good example.
If they enter and exit the proper way.
Then it's no big deal. No, but if you enter the proper way and then you exit by going pass the double line, so you actually cross it, you will get that $75 ticket for crossing the double lines. The problem.
I never crossed the double line.
What's that?
I never crossed the double line.
Well, then just look at the picture, man. I've seen Tom's car cross it a million times. So send me the picture.
Hold on, Mark.
I want to see
Mark
the picture.
to continue. I want Mark to continue on this line of thought before we interrupt him. You say if you enter the proper way but exit the wrong way, you will get a ticket, but
you'll get a ticket, and they're going to cite CRS 43-4-808. What that is made for, okay, is toll evasion. You did not evade the toll because you paid it. Unlike this guy, if you actually went in properly, they charged you for the toll, and you exited, they need a different CRS. There's no doubt about it. We had an attorney come on that fought it all the way up to Douglas County. That's as far as he could take it, and the judge sided with him. They cannot give him a toll evasion ticket because he paid it. Simple as that. But it didn't change anything. So if that is the case with anybody out there listening, if you want to go through the proper procedures, and there's a lot of time frames you got to follow, then you will fight it and you will win on precedent. But it's going to cost you a lot of money.
Now, why
the guy
will it
that
cost,
actually
Mark,
did it was
why
an
will
attorney.
it cost a lot of money? Will he have to go to court?
I'm not going to get to tell my story.
Mark, will he have to go to court, or can't he just say, as previously?
Nope, because the judge actually said this is just for you.
What were you going to say, Dimitri? You had something to say.
I looked at John's ticket, and the car, I assume that's John's car, it is not crossing the double yellows in that photograph. It is traveling in the express lane. Is that right, Jim?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Well, what does that mean? Tell me what that means. Do they have to show the exact infraction? Tell me what it means.
Jim?
Who are we talking to?
Jim, what did you actually get ticketed?
Yeah, what did you actually get ticketed?
What is your defense to that charge?
Okay, my defense was, and I had this one other time, but I was able to settle it through the E470 people. So, like I was trying to say, I crossed that single line at the 225 ramp right there because the traffic was so backed up.
That's
and
not
it was
an
at
excuse.
A standstill. I went
But
through
you
this
didn't pay the
before,
toll.
I went through this one other time before.
But you didn't pay the toll, brother.
The E470 people took care of it because they knew there was an accident and all kinds of cars.
None of that matters, though. You didn't pay the toll. That's why you have to pay the ticket.
And if they're only giving you two options, Mark, what the hell am I supposed to do? I tried to do the best I could.
What are the two options? Wait in traffic or get into the express lane, right?
Why would I?
Then they send you. Hold on, man. You're making little sense because even if you don't have a transponder and you get into there, they take a picture of your license and send you a bill. Then you pay the bill. They don't give you a $75 ticket at that point. They do if you don't pay the bill. Then you're avoiding the toll.
So why did that? Did Mark, you tell me why is it? When I went through the same incident here over the winter, the E470...
E470 will work with you occasionally if it's your first problem.
Well, actually, this ain't going nowhere.
Well, my God, you literally, you used... I don't know. I'm speechless. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, you
You're the
understand
exact
Mark is
reason.
simply saying you never paid. It would have been different had you paid the toll. It's working exactly the way it's supposed to work with you, man.
So if traffic is at an absolute standstill,
like it is on C470 around what is it, Broadway, Quebec, every day.
Let's bring up a comment from JR. JR from the road. He listens all the time. He's driving around all the time. Go ahead, JR.
Hey, Tom, what he's talking about when he's going down I-70, there's a solid line and a broken line. I sent you and Mark video of that part.
So what? So what's your point? Therefore what? Therefore what?
You can only exit the HOV lane in that broken and solid line. The broken
But
line is on the inside. You can only
JR,
fix it
this
if you
guy
can't
didn't
enter.
get a ticket for crossing a double line. He got a ticket for toll evasion. He got in the express lane and never paid. Therefore, he owes the money.
Hey, Mark, he went across the solid line where the broken line is. I know where he's talking about.
Matter. JR, do you understand he didn't get a ticket for that? He got a ticket for not paying the toll, and he never paid the toll. So what is your point? It has nothing to do with this.
You keep on getting calls on that toll evasion.
But this one...
All these people are saying that they're entering and exiting in certain spots.
But this
You're only
one
allowed to
was
enter in
toll
certain spots
evasion.
and exit.
And those people are literally paying
I
the
don't
ticket.
even know what to do here, man. I mean, it's like that. I'm telling you, this was toll evasion, as Mark aptly brought out. It wasn't for the lane change. They cited the right law in this case. Had they cited the toll evasion for crossing the lanes, it would have been different.
Here's what happens. If you don't have a transponder, they know who the car's registered to. So you get in an express lane. I don't care if it's on I-70 or C-470 or E-470. I don't care where it is. When you go through, it takes a picture of your license plate and then sends it to you. If you don't pay it, then it assesses a fine, and then they'll track you down. And eventually, if you don't pay it, you can't renew your license.
Right answer. Okay, sorry we can't help, brother. That's Jim and JR. Again, the thing that the attorney won on was that they cited toll evasion when he had actually paid the toll.
And the judge sided with him, saying, you're right, this CRC makes no sense here. What they really need to do is come up with a new one. But the issue is no one fights it that far, so why do it?
Okay, we got to take this break. I'm Tom Martino, because you got to hear from Joe Lazzara.
Okay.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Audible.
I-70 at the bottom of Floyd Hill officially closed once again. It's about the fourth closure this morning. It is tied up for westbounders. Eastbound, not really too bad coming out of Idaho Springs. US 6 west of Golden, continuing to see some delays up Clear Creek Canyon. City traffic's not bad. We've got I-70 west from Quebec back to Brighton running a little slow. 270's been a little heavy out of Commerce City. And the east side of I-70 out near Tower, heading out towards E470 with road work, does have traffic backed up periodically. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
Craving an action-packed adventure? Audible delivers thrills on your command. Get your imagination going with audiobooks that keep you guessing. Captivating originals, hotly anticipated new releases, and bestsellers. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
You know, why did I become a registered financial advisor representative for my company, which is the Registered Investment Advisor? I did it because I saw a flaw in the industry. Many people call themselves advisors, and they are not. Ask for their registration number. Look them up. Also, you'll find that a lot of people claim to be an advisor, and they're just selling something. So if there is a one-product person, that's okay if the product is apropos. Also, you want to do a lot of exploration, and I invite you to put me and my company, Wave 8 wealthmanagement.com, to the test. We do represent people individually. 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. If you're in trouble with the law, if you got a horrendous traffic ticket, if you got, a DUI, or maybe you got into an argument with a neighbor or a bar fight, listen, I'm not going to go to the many violations that can happen, but Joe Lazzara is there for minor or major infractions. You can call him and get free advice up front. And if you hire him, he does a flat rate. 303-429-6200, Lazzara, LazzaraLegal.com. You can also find Joe Lazzara at referralist.com.
He was drinking.
Very nice.
Didn't he sound a little crooked?
Isn't he still on? Is that the same one?
Yeah, there was only two options. You know, option one is traffic, and then option two, man, you had to pay. I mean, what am I supposed to do, man? There's only two options.
Stephanie, you ever deal with a client that had too many drinks? I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you guys
I
have.
was trying to talk to a client one time, Mark, and he was being impossible. And I finally just asked him, I said, buddy, have you had a few drinks? He goes, yeah. I said, well, tell you what, why don't we talk in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Just got off the phone.
And then the morning he's fine.
Yeah, next morning he was very, very fine. But he was being impossible. I couldn't understand. He was just fighting over every little thing.
Well, it is when you're
Oh, my
not
goodness.
joking around drunk people.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I had one time in the middle of the transaction completely unloaded on me for something, and I was like, trying to advocate for him and trying to explain
What's
to
that?
him.
Yeah.
Jim
Good
has more
afternoon,
questions.
Tom Martino Show.
And
Oh,
then,
God.
And then he comes out later and says, "Oh, by the way, I'm schizophrenic." I was like,
Great.
Tom, what I'm trying to say is there's only two options. One, pay the fine and the ticket and everything. Or two,
I'm like,
stay in
as soon as I get
traffic.
off,
What am
I'm
I
calling
supposed to
the
do,
driver.
man?
Like, she talked to Scott Peterson. I mean, because we ended up.
Nah, I called Dimitri up, man.
Yeah, because the thing is we.
Hey, D,
Is this even?
best outcome ever on that insurance one.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear any of that because I had my headphones off. What did you say about the insurance thing?
Best outcome ever on that insurance one. We got to calculate how much her roof damage is going to be. She'll tell us eventually. I bet it's over 100,000 because it's commercial, and that's a good recovery.
Thank you.
If
Now-
we didn't get involved, she was fucked.
So I have a step two. Once she gets the insurance company to admit in writing that they're going to pay her something,
They did right there.
Well, okay, but once you're right, I think you're right. But once they do,
Wait. I declare one.
No, no. Listen to this, and one will be mine. Then we ask Matt from Paragon to go out there. And
Definitely.
After
then we really hammer him.
Yeah, because today the insurance company is doing their inspection. It was
different, man.
Hey, Tom, guess who stood up for the Luna clause yesterday?
Oh,
said it
who?
was valid, said it was 100% a good clause.
Who?
He's sitting next to you.
Oh, God.
Can you believe it?
And John Fuller said I was right.
No, you can't
Oh, John
enforce
Fuller
that.
did not.
You can't enforce it.
Not in so many words.
If Luna do not like, Luna can charge.
Luna keep
Yeah,
running.
exactly.
No. John Fuller said in Colorado, two consenting adults can enter into just about any kind of a contract that they want to.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
that guy?
Until it gets in front of a judge.
And judges are, well, what he said about judges is they're loath to award people windfall profits. Right?
Yeah,
All right.
there's not a judge
we
in the
go.
world that's going to stick to.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So we have Meredith, who wants to give some kudos to our real estate person in today, Stephanie Thomas. Stephanie Thomas, StephanieRE.com is such a wonderful person. I mean, truly, as a person, you'll know that. She's with Coldwell Banker Realty in Colorado Springs. So go ahead. What did you want to say, Meredith?
You know what, Tom? I've listened to your show since I was a kid.
Wow.
And I want to give you a 30-year shout-out.
Good.
You were the only one to help my parents when they had movers that they stole our gun, they stole our vacuum, they stole numerous boxes, and you put pressure on the company because they didn't want to do anything about the movers stealing our stuff.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, so I wanted to tell you thank you, and I let everybody know about that story because I work with Stephanie. I'm a mortgage broker, and I let everybody know about that story when they're choosing their moving company.
Oh, wow. Cool. So what about Stephanie? What do you have to tell us about?
Stephanie, I've known Stephanie for about 15 years, and she and I've worked together very closely for the last 10. I am ecstatic that she is a professional on your show because she is. She's a consummate professional. She is so knowledgeable. I love the way she reads the contracts. I love the way that she protects her client. whether it's the buyer, the seller, she's protecting their client.
Thank you.
And she puts so much into the transaction that she really tries to go at it as a win-win.
Absolutely.
Kind of for all sides, so nobody feels like they're slighted in it. And I've had agents in Colorado Springs where they've accepted the contract because they knew that Stephanie was on the other side.
Meredith, thank you. We got to run. I appreciate that. Also, CMG, people are asking for contact. It's partnerinlending.com, 303-577-7206, partnerinlending.com.
You know, I tell everyone to precede you.
Oh, good job.
We have had a few of those, actually.
I feel better
Hi,
now. I
Allie.
took
Thank you
medicine.
so much for calling back. Yeah, I got cut off from you guys. So I've got...
Did you get that medicine from a dentist in Arapahoe County? Please? Please? Pretty please? Please? Hello?
What?
We just have some...
Did you get the medicine you're on from a dentist in Arapahoe County?
Oh, I get it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, So we are a consumer affairs radio show, and they are calling to say that the initial installation was put in incorrectly.
Wrong size inverter. Wrong size inverter. Please tell her. Wrong size
inverter. We
inverter.
wanted to ask you some questions about the installation process. So if you could hold, I'm going to go ahead and place you on hold, and we'll get you on the air with Tom and Mark so they can ask you some questions, okay?
Yeah.
And I also have Paul and Erica on the phone as well, so we'll circle them in because I know that you've been working with them too. Okay, hold on.
Did you get the solar company?
I did.
Good job, Kelly.
Holy crap!
Good. You know what? I'm going to buy her a margarita tonight at the party.
Kelly did it!
The free bar party.
Kelly's the shit!
Very good.
Shut up.
Make sure you go right to that Thomas Martino.
What's that, Marky?
Geraldo.
What's that?
Make sure you go right to the owner of the solar.
It's not the owner.
Well, whoever it is, representative of the solar.
Oh, we have
company.
someone from there. Okay, good. Thank you.
Whose idea was that to get them on?
I think it was mine.
It was Tom's.
When you're on vacation for 80 days, who gives a...
Hey, I'll be right back,
Hey,
guys.
we will be...
Dimitri's here.
I will check in at least when we get back.
Okay.
Hello, Tom Martino Show.
Just let me get that done here. I like to take a little walk, and I always appreciate when you do this for me.
Okay, I don't know why they erased you. Okay, sorry about that, Quinn.
yeah, I got
Hang
you.
on for me.
All the chicks out here do trash can in front of the door. I wouldn't lie to you. Next to the door. Outside.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I got you if there's a problem.
You got any trips planned, John? You doing anything cool?
My daughter and my granddaughter just got here from Anchorage, Alaska. The husband for a week, so.
They're here for a week.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Is it military?
He's a doctor, and he's finished his residency, and they gave him a pretty good contract to go up there for 2 years, and they're very outside people and all that.
Will he be a traveling doctor going forward?
He's thinking about it because they make a lot of bucks. So
Traveling nurses can make double.
They call them locums, man, and yeah, same thing. And they pay
Enjoy the
for
party.
Expenses and everything.
Paid for
You
it.
got to get with
I
a
know,
good
but 9 more hours?
Then the hospital doesn't give you insurance. You have to,
Well, have
Yeah.
some fun.
No, it's really cool, man. I learned a lot about that because my son has been in so many small
Are they at
towns
least
in
gonna feed
Nebraska.
you?
A lot of the people in the nicer apartment complexes with them are doctors and traveling nurses, and they make big dollars.
They come in and work for 2 weeks and get paid, like time and a half or whatever. Yeah, so actually we had a big conversation last night about it.
It's not a bad gig if you're single. A lot of the nurses are, and they're just pocketing it away the cash.
But yeah, they're just.
But that's very nice. Thank you.
Because they have
Just
a
a
lot of
heads up.
locums that
Thank
come
you.
in.
Or if your spouse can work from home, or homemaker.
But you can keep a home base, then you go for 2 weeks and come back.
Heck yeah.
There's some of these locums that they take 4 months off a year. Because
All right, Allie, we got a couple more minutes, so just hang on for me, okay?
A ton.
A dub.
know
But
how
no,
I
I think,
accomplished
you know,
that, but whatever.
Go up to Northern
Sometimes things
California in late September. About it. When you going to Hawaii?
We are leaving. We fly into Vegas for 4 or 5 days. Actually, I forget how many. And then we leave from Vegas and go to the Big Island for 8 nights, 8 or 9, 7 or 8, I don't remember. And then we fly over to Maui for another 8 or 9. If you got a small fly home, you could literally have no mortgage payment ever. We were going to, my wife put the poo-poo on it, but I wanted to fly to Kauai after Maui. I could only handle Kauai for 5 or 6 days. There's just nothing going on there, man. We were at Lanai one time, talk about nothing going on. There's like a 4 Seasons, and that's the entire island. And I'm pretty sure Bill Gates owns like 90% of the island property now, the downtown, everything. And then right across from Lanai is that island you can't go to, and they still have an active leper colony.
Oh, wow.
Well, they got like one leper hanging out still. It's nuts.
You going to try to visit up to where all the fires were? What's that?
Yeah. So last time we were in Maui, we hung out there a lot, man. We did a snorkeling trip from there. We ate dinner there. It's called, yeah, that's it, Lahaina. Yeah. I can't wait to see it. I mean, I'm assuming everything that was toast is gone, and it's probably either they rebuilt real quick or it looks just like a lot of lots for sale.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious.
Those people lost everything. Most of them, those houses were in their family for, 100 years, no insurance.
Can't afford to rebuild, not when you got Zuckerberg paying $5 billion.
Oh, yeah, you take the money and you run like hell.
Yeah.
Seriously, some of those beachfront and stuff like that, those families are going to make a fortune off that money.
Yeah, I could sell that land. That's a good trip, man. So you're gonna, like Vegas, you'll do the show when you're there, though, and then like sometimes in Hawaii.
No, I'll have all my equipment. So if he's not feeling good or something goes awry, I can log in. What sucks is I think the show starts at 4 a.m. there.
Yeah, that's tough.
We go to bed early though, so that's not a big deal.
When are you guys going?
September.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I should be pretty good then, I hope,
Vacations like that, like once a year, or no? That's a long time.
What's that?
It's a long time.
Well, usually we hop in the bus and we're gone for 1 to 2 months.
Yeah. But you stay connected. Yeah, like it's the same thing.
Yeah, we go everywhere there though.
Hey, it's Dan. Join me today at 4. We'll dive into the latest craziness from D.C. and from the loony left right here in Colorado, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, and I welcome you to the only show anywhere of its kind, the longest running radio show on the air with the same host, and joined for several years with Major Marc Mager. And here's the deal. What we want to do is help you. Sometimes helping you is telling you what to do next, where to go, or sometimes we get directly involved. Sometimes we don't think you have a problem. And let's get, by the way, let's just get Allie, who was kind enough to come on the air about this solar issue. And I want to bring up Erica, who's the consumer, and Allie, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Is it Ollie or Allie? I don't know which, but it's so let's start out there. Is it Ollie?
Hi, yes, good afternoon. Yes, it's Allie.
Allie. Okay, thank you. Hey, Allie, I'll just summarize this very quickly. They said that the system was basically sold and not put in as described on the contract. And even if they upgrade the inverter or you supply an extra inverter as you kindly offered, that the power panel can't take it. So we had an expert say that possibly this was not sized correctly for their home. And now they're facing not only an upgrade in inverter, but they're facing a service change as well. And they feel like you guys should be responsible for that. And that's really it in a nutshell.
I totally understand Miss Erica's concern regarding the clipping that she found on their system. And actually, I actually talked with Miss Erica about this personally, and we tried to check. Our design team, our technical team, check the system, and we also ran our production report. And actually, her system is reaching a 96% production, which is above what is our benchmark of 85% production guarantee. And I do understand that she is seeing a clipping on her system. And yes, as per checking the current installed inverter, it was SMA or SmartWeave installed a 7.0 kilowatt inverter, wherein the design approved is showing a 7.7 kilowatt inverter. When we found out that the installed inverter is a different size, we offered her to upgrade or change the current inverter to a 7.7, in which Miss Erica declined the offer.
Yeah, but let me ask you on that one thing, though. If she goes to the 7.7, it will overtax her electrical panel. So she would have to upgrade her electrical panel. And she said all of this should have been included in the original contract.
Do you mind if I as far as I know,
Well, let's let me have her address the issue of the electrical panel. We understand the inverter problem, but the system should not have put. Let me ask you this, Allie. Are you saying the system is operating correctly and according to contract, and it's meeting your guarantee?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, so you don't see any problem with the system as installed?
Yes, sir. We don't see any problem when it comes to the production. The only issue that we found is the inverter size, and that is why we offered to replace it according to the approved design, which is a 7.7 kilowatt inverter.
Okay, if you do the inverter, and Erica, I'll let you talk, but I need to get some very straight facts. Do you feel responsible at all if a new inverter or upgraded inverter will cause her to have to upgrade her service panel?
As far as the technical team's concerned, I've already checked for that, and they said that since the 7.7 was the original design, changes with the electrical panel or electric wires or anything related to that should not be an issue, because again, during the installation or survey, it was determined that the 7.7 will or is the appropriate inverter size for the system and offer her house.
And it will. You're saying it will not overburden the electrical panel. You're saying it will be okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, not only is she saying that, she's saying their electrical engineer is saying that, right?
Okay, yeah, that's what she's saying.
Now, how about if they wanted to upgrade out of curiosity? You guys are willing to put in the 7.7 per the contract. If they wanted to spend a little money, if they want to, and upgrade to the next size, would you guys be open to just charging the difference?
Well, Mark, why would they want to go to a next size if that's maxed out?
I don't know, but they want to. I don't know.
Well, let me let Erica. Erica, let me chime in right now. What you heard what she said. Basically, she's saying SmartWave is willing to upgrade the inverter to match the contract, and it will not overtax or overburden your system, and you will not need a panel change. What is your response to that first before you go on? What is your response to that?
My response is that my contract is for a 9.6 system, and it was never told to me that I would only ever have the capacity to produce at 7.7 kilowatts, which is the size of the inverter that they want to put in.
Wait. The contract says what size?
9.6.
All right, before you move on.
No, wait. The contract says a 7.7 inverter, though, right?
No, it doesn't. It just says inverter.
Well, wait, it's okay. So
let me clarify.
Go ahead, Allie. Go ahead.
Let me clarify some.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Yes, regarding the contract, the 9.6 kilowatt, it is the system size. It does not, the contract does not says anything about inverter size. The 9.6 kilowatt is system size, wherein it refers to a DC rating of the solar array. So the customer or Miss Erica has 24 panels. And
you don't have to go into that, Allie, because we verified that. Brooke from Red Rocks Roof and Solar said that a 7.7 inverter can handle that size system. And Erica, she told us straight up that you do not need to match exactly the inverter size with the panels, that you can have a larger system with a smaller inverter. So really, we can't split hairs here. I just want to know, if here's the real question. Should the homeowners have to pay for their panel upgrade? Allie is saying you don't need a panel upgrade. That's really the issue right here. They're willing to do the inverter. You will be producing 9,600 kilowatts. The real issue is this. Do you need a panel upgrade or not?
I won't be producing 9,600 kilowatts. My system can only produce to the size of the inverter, and the inverter is 7,700.
Well, she told us that, Brooke White told us that's not true. So I'm sorry. I listened to the same conversation you did. Allie, are you saying the upgraded inverter will be able to meet and will be able to produce 9,600?
For that one, it's for the 9.6 or the 9,600, actually, because the 9,600 size is the total rating, it is the total rating of the panels in a perfectly ideal lab settings. And that's why we are designing the system, which is they can produce in a really realistically in real life, sir. The panels can only produce up to 80% because of their real life settings. It is not because under ideal lab settings. That's why the system is sized to produce at 80%.
I understand her fully.
Of their
I totally understand what she's saying. So, I think they're hung up on the size of the inverter. I would be more hung up on the panel. Does my panel have to be upgraded? Now, Brooke from Red Rock said she believes that you would have to upgrade the panel. Allie is saying that panel does not have to be upgraded. Erica and Paul, that is your real issue here. They will put in a bigger inverter and match the contract. They will service it. You need to get some opinions that we can rely on that says that panel, that system was oversold for your panel. Because I believe that if they sold you a system that would require a panel upgrade, that should have been disclosed up front.
I agree. It should have been disclosed up front.
But what she's saying is the reason they didn't disclose it is because you do not need a panel upgrade. I really want to isolate it to what the problem is. Now, Erica, I know you can go on and on and on with the problems, but really and truly, our job here is to parse through what we think you can enforce and what you can't. And according to contract, they can meet the contract. The question is, should it have been sold to you to begin with, or was it oversold, and should they at least help you with the panel upgrade? Allie, you're saying your electrical engineer accepts that the panel is adequate. Their existing panel is adequate. I want to get Brooke on and clarify why she thinks it is not adequate. And then Erica and Paul, you have to get your own expert to concentrate on that one issue. If you have other issues, you deal with them, but you deal with the primary issue. Because if you have a system producing 80% of 9600, which the contract says. And if you have a system that is not overtaxing the panel, you're fine. If you have to upgrade the panel, whose responsibility should it be? I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up. See, that's the value of the show.
Cutting out the
is
middleman
getting to
when
the
getting a new home loan. Whether it's a traditional mortgage, a reverse mortgage, a HELOC, or a refinance, CMG Financial is the leader. They're the bank. They can beat almost any rate out there. I'm consumer advocate Marc Mager. If you're looking for a home loan, you need to call CMG Financial.
I'm done
They're
with
going to
them.
save you a ton of money. Don't let the other guys fool you. Go to partnerinlending.com. Partnerinlending.com.
theartofgranite.com for countertops. You're about 3 weeks away from having brand new, beautiful natural stone or man-made material countertops once they come and template and measure. So what are the steps? You get a price on the phone right now, and then you decide, is this what I want to do? Then you call the best company for the job, theartofgranite.com. Of course, after they gave you a price, they'll come out, template, and measure. And in about 3 weeks, they come and install. Tear out and haul away is always free, and they give extra incentives if you sign now, and that is free bathroom granite when you have the kitchen done, or free sinks, or free backsplash, or free edge treatment. Call for your price and incentive right now, 303-386-5919, 386-5919. You know, painting is a really important part of your home. Well, K&H Home Solutions has window siding, doors, soffits, fascia. They have what you need to beautify and to make your home more energy efficient. They've been around 65 years. I'm telling you, they are a great company with good heritage. And they also now have a painting crew, which is so important. To get a hold of K&H for all your important exterior maintenance, 303-421-7100, khwindows.com.
Well, yeah, but the main thing is in the town, it's the Indian reservations and the other towns that are outside of Chadron. It's the closest.
Hey, Tom?
Walmart
Yes.
within whatever
We lost Allie, but I do have Brooke.
I don't need any of them on anymore.
Okay.
I can talk to just Brooke.
All right.
They're freebies. It's absolutely insanity. He just got told today he's got the number one
All right, Paul and Erica. Tom, it says
numero
he's,
uno
he
store
went ahead and,
in the
he
region.
got the smart wave
and
on,
it's
so
two,
just continue
there might
working
be
with
three
Allie.
regions in the
But
country.
he is going to bring Brooke
for
back, so
customer
if you could
satisfaction.
listen, that would be great.
Massive. But that's where a small town helps you, because you know everybody.
Because you're saying
No, just let us know
Hey, can you
if
go ahead and
you
do
know if
this?
you
Oh,
want
and
to
they do a bunch
follow-up,
of
but
fundraising for whatever.
Basically, work with them because it sounds
Number
like they're
one,
willing
though,
to
out
work
of
with you.
I think it's out of.
So, and then
God, I
give
wanna
us a
say
call
And
back.
then-
but
and then-
we
yeah,
have
then
Brooke
we go
back
to the
just
next
kind
step.
Of talk about the electrical issue. So, I have your info, so we'll give you a
He's
call
been
back
so
if
used
need
to
be,
John
okay?
working at what they call complex stores, which is like Aurora. And complex is insane, man. You got overdoses. The theft is like, this is where people walk in, fill up 3 carts, and walk out like they paid for it.
Yep.
So you just don't have that shit.
Thinking they have the right to it.
Yeah, and their
Understood.
cops out there
I
won't
know-
even play
I know,
around.
sir,
The cops
but you've
will,
been on for almost
stuff
2.5
them and cuff them
hours.
and go after everything.
So we need to
Where
free up
Aurora
the line.
just,
So like
they
I
don't
said,
even show
We're
up.
going to have Brooke back. So go ahead and I have your number. So we'll give you a call if we need to give you a call again, okay? Okay, thanks. Bye. God almighty, dude.
I mean, if she can, we're parsing through her problem. I'm telling you that right now.
Got fucking the company on for you. Hey, Tom.
Hey, John.
Yes.
What about that new rule
This
of
guy
VA?
Jim is back on about the toll violation.
Right.
Just a follow up.
That might be worth bringing.
Okay.
I don't know if it matters or not.
We'll run our heads against the wall again.
I don't know enough about it right now.
Don't you? Okay. I know it's kind of new. You know about that?
I think it's statewide.
Yeah.
I was
We
reading
didn't
this
used to be
statewide.
included in that. Now we are.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
But I don't do a ton of VA. so
Don't you? Okay.
we as a company.
Yeah.
I was going to say, last I was
reading into that. I was told it was statewide.
I'd
that
like
Colorado
to.
fell in.
Yeah, I think it would benefit all of us, Mark, is if we talk about how important pre-approval is.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Before you go shopping. And
So you know
all
what you
that.
can buy.
And then for the
In
real-
fact, do you guys
for the
almost
realtors,
make them do that
too.
before you show homes?
Yeah.
Or a cash letter, whatever?
Right.
Yeah. Yes, I think that would benefit all of us to bring up like how important it is to.
Well, it
get,
guides you.
Get
You
everything.
don't know what you're looking for otherwise.
It used to be you didn't need that, but now to make an offer, you know.
Oh gosh.
You guys
absolutely
need it. Like even to accept an offer.
Shopping without a pre-approval, you're just going out unprepared is all you're doing.
We just have our bank write it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, and that's the thing too with cash. I don't want to see like if it's my client, I don't want to see a bank statement saying you have X dollars.
You want
I
the
want a
letter
letter
from the bank,
that says, hey, they're good to purchase, sufficient funds to
But
purchase
just
at X
how
dollars.
important it is to visit, get your loan in place.
Good afternoon, Tom Martino.
Oh, if you don't know,
lot of
if you
people
don't
used
have
to
a
do
clue
that.
of what you can afford, it's ridiculous. Then it's going to be a nightmare on everybody involved.
Another really good talking point though is
Well, you were actually going to go to
everyone's focused on the rate.
be
Everyone's
next.
focused on
So if you hold on through the break, they'll go back to you.
But really, this kind of market breeds opportunity.
What a dick.
It's such a good thing to really tell people it's a good time to sell, it's a good time to buy.
Your trusted local fiduciary advisors, TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Let's go back to Jim. Jim called earlier, and he was upset because he got a toll violation in the express lanes or for using express lanes improperly, he thought. But when you looked at the violation, it was for toll evasion. Now, I want to explain something. An attorney challenged the improper lane change ticket on the grounds that it was written and cited by a toll evasion law. He proved in that case he paid the toll. So the state or the agency who's doing it for the state improperly charged him with toll evasion and showed a picture of him crossing the double line. Now, since there is no actual statute for crossing the double line or for improper entering and exiting an express lane, the state has wrongly used the toll evasion law to give tickets. And where people fight it, they can win. However, if in fact you are cited for toll evasion and you truly did not pay the toll, the ticket stands. Jim says he has some follow-up questions about this. Go ahead, Jim.
The attorney, because at least he's going to sit there and listen to me. I actually was billed. I have a toll account, and I've just checked on it again. I was charged for that. For the use of that
I
toll.
literally asked you that, Jim, the last time you were on.
I was not sure, Tom.
Okay.
I checked again. I was not sure. So I got on the toll thing on the internet and I checked it, and yes, I was charged.
Good.
Then you can fight it, but you have to do the initial part within 30 days of receiving it's not actually a summons, but the
accusation.
The ticket. The accusation. You have 30 days from that to go on their website and basically go through it. If you go outside of the 30 days by statute in Colorado, you gave up that right and now you probably owe 150.
Can I have the name of that attorney?
What is the name of that attorney? Hold on. What is the name of that attorney?
I'll have that for you in just
Yeah, we'll have it in a second for you.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, and Jim, do you understand it's going to cost you more to fight this than to pay it, right?
Well, there was one other problem with this whole thing, Tom, and you guys won't let me talk.
Jim,
I tried getting online. To do this. Their thing on the internet does not recognize the stuff that they sent me in the mail.
Okay.
Absolutely does not recognize it.
Okay. Still, I'm just saying this, and I don't mean this. Well, are you saying if you wanted to pay it, you can't?
I can't. Like I said, you get on the website and it does not recognize my stuff.
So when you put in the violation number,
that's right.
It doesn't recognize it.
Send it over to Dimitri, and Dimitri, see if you can't log in and look at it.
Okay.
I did send that information over. I sent all that stuff.
Yeah,
to
I
you
have
guys.
a copy of his ticket, and so I'll see if it has instructions for paying.
So, what would you do? Like, this happened to me in the tolls of Orange County. When I was in California, they sent me, when I was in a rental car, they sent me this, and I logged on to the toll roads of California, of Orange County, whatever the site was. It was for Orange County. And you absolutely could not track it down because it didn't recognize it. So if Jim did go online and they don't recognize the violation, he can't pay it if he wanted to. I mean, that's a good point. And that's why, and they should talk to him about that, because this is a guy that was prevented from paying it. I mean,
and that's why I want the attorney.
It says right here, expresslanesafety.com/CO, and you will need this notice number and license plate. So I'm going to try it right over this break.
All right, let's do that. Let's try it right there. Brooke, I want to get you back on from Red Rocks Roof and Solar on this one system here. We talked to Solar Wave, and Solar Wave said they can upgrade the inverter. It will produce the promised 80% of 9600, and they say nothing produces 100%, but they will abide by the contract, and she will not need a panel upgrade. You had mentioned that she probably does need a panel upgrade. Now, obviously, you haven't been out there to look at the system, but what made you believe she would need a panel upgrade?
Because Erica had mentioned what the bus bar rating was, and that's so the bus bar rating means how much an electrical box can take for power coming in and out of it.
Yes.
And so if you put in a bigger inverter, it can handle more power, so it's going to send more power to the box. So since she worked for an electrical contractor to do solar, if she said her bus bar was too small, I'm going to trust it.
Okay.
Until I can see the paperwork.
Again,
otherwise.
I asked her to get confirmation from an independent electrician, and then we can see if we believe that Solar Wave should be responsible for it. I mean, a lot of people would say, look, if you do a panel upgrade, it improves your whole house. They shouldn't be responsible. Others would say they shouldn't have sold a system that overloads the electrical system, and maybe they wouldn't have done the system to begin with if they knew they were facing a panel upgrade. So it can go either way. What do you think?
Yeah, it should be easy to find. She said on the permit documents that Arapahoe County had and stamped and approved of, it would say if a main panel upgrade was required. That's where your engineering is going to find out. So if it's on there that an MPU is required on the stamp plans, that's your answer right there. That's your independent source.
Thank you. RedRocksRS.com. Thank you for your help. These are the good guys. 303-704-2449. We have more coming right up. Hey, can you ask Mark to do these two spots?
Okay.
This is Denver's talk station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan.
Yeah, he's good. Go for it.
KHOW, Denver. Now, impact traffic from those
termite bugs, whatever.
Yeah,
that's a whole.
They implemented it now.
I had one we sold, guys. It was an estate sale, and it was an investor. He was a realtor buying for himself, and he buys a bunch. He's pretty well known. And it was an estate sale, and the lady that was selling it, the mom had passed, unfortunately, and she hadn't lived there since she was a teenager. And we closed 30 days later. This guy sends me this email and says, we got a big problem. And they were tearing into the walls. There was massive termite damage. He says, the owner had to have known this. So I go back to her. She says, Frank, I promise you, I had no idea. How can I see through the walls unless I have X-ray vision? I said, well. So I went back to him and says, I'm sorry, but she says she doesn't know. And he starts giving me an earful, and I said, well, let me ask you, you're a licensed agent. Did you not sign the property disclosure? Yeah, what does that have to do with it? Well, you see what it says, right?
I started at 2:30. Now I'm down in under 1 90. I have lost over 40 pounds with Denver Regen, and it's less than $300 a month. Let me tell you, not only do you
You're like a
lose
dog
weight,
with a
now,
bone
luckily
hanging
I didn't have issues with this, but if your A1C's high, it actually affects that, not just the weight loss, but somehow the drug does. And my favorite part, though, is the food noise is gone. People could be eating an ice cream or a pizza in front of me. I don't even think about it. It's absolutely remarkable. It's like cheating. Now, you should diet and exercise. There's no doubt about it. But if you want to cheat, it's only $300 a month. You're not going to get a better deal out there for these GLP-1s. DenverRegen.com. That's DenverRegen.com. Another company that I use, Gravina's. Yes, they came out and installed a beautiful new sliding door in our kitchen going out to our patio. I love it. They came out with multiple different options and colors, and we decided what we want, and everything went perfect for installation date. It went quick. The pricing was unbelievable. But the different products Gravina's has is insane. If you're looking at windows, for example, they deal with over 200 manufacturers with over 50 lines of windows. And same with siding. They have a ton of different manufacturers. These guys are not beholden to one or two manufacturers. They give you all the options. Whether it's a fix and flip or a $10 million home in Aspen, they got what's for you. Check them out at gravinas.com. That's gravinas.com. Okay, now I am putting in his license plate number.
Ugh, my God, this guy needs to go away.
No!
Stop it.
Watch, I'm going to be able to log in perfectly. I'm already sure of it, but I don't know for a fact yet.
Okay.
Hey, you want to make a little side bet?
Okay, you don't have the notice number. Search for violations.
All right, Deputy Dimitri has an update.
Yes, he has no clawback against.
Oh, so anyway, where he signs, it says on there,
Still on the break.
termite inspection, all that. We waived all his inspections. So then he got quiet. He should know this. He's a investigator.
Fucking kids.
He got really quiet. But it was on him to do.
What did I just do with my phone? Never mind.
Most sellers, especially that long, they wouldn't.
He's a child. I just ignore him. I ignore him from now on.
Yeah, I didn't think we had a lot of termites in
They're not
Colorado.
common, but I have heard there's a few pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So now the VA, is it on the seller then to do the termite inspection?
Well,
Would you
no,
guys
it's
recommend
negotiable.
that?
It's negotiable. The buyer can do it, or they can negotiate that the seller pays for it. So it's all negotiable.
But it should be done before.
Yeah.
The VA needs a termite inspection to purchase
Yeah.
the loan.
And the counties, they gave us Alamosa, Arapahoe, Archuleta, Baca, Bent. Some of these places I've never heard of. Cheyenne, Crowley, Custer, Delta, Dolores, El Paso, Albert, Lincoln, Montrose, Pueblo, Rio Grande, Grande, Yuma. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. It won't come up. It will not come up.
I was under the
So it won't. So he's right.
Well, I don't know if he's right, because even if I search his license plate, nothing comes up.
Then they can't do anything if he doesn't pay.
Oh.
I wonder if he had a different license plate on.
Maybe he got one of those text messages that's a scam.
Oh, no, wait. No, because he sent the whole ticket. Well, wait a minute. Did he end up paying it?
No, he didn't.
If
Well-
you paid it, it wouldn't show up, would it?
It's the only thing I can eat at Starbucks now.
What's that?
Because I have to be gluten free,
Okay.
and their eggs bother me for some reason.
Oh, really?
And this is the only thing that's gluten.
Is there a thing where you can find like past violations?
Yeah.
At least it's good.
Hey, I'll take it. But I had one of those like before 4 a.m. mornings starting, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm on like, I don't even know, I had two and a half at home, and then I just had that triple. So.
This is what do you make of this, D?
He'll tell you in a minute.
It's going to be a surprise, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Whatever it is, it's going to be wrong. So I'll just go out on a limb.
Mark, just prepare to say number one.
You're going to be number 2.
Yeah, I can't go number 2 anymore.
Mark, just be ready for number 1.
Uh-huh. Okay. Wait a minute.
Ahau, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. Hey, call 303 Martino as well. Let's talk. Mark, what do you got? Dimitri, what do you got?
Hold on, I want to know about this. I went on there, Dimitri, and I know you did too.
Yeah.
I can put in just his license plate, Colorado.
Yeah.
I can put in the ticket number or the citation number,
Yeah.
and I'm getting nothing. What'd you figure out?
I got into his ticket.
How did you get in? How did you do it?
Well, you know that 0 on his license plate? It's actually letter O, not a 0. Oh, you're right.
Interesting.
So who was right again this time?
Okay.
And Jim, you got a couple of days left to pay it before it doubles to $150.
So Jim,
yeah, there you go.
You can pay it, sir.
I'd still like to have the number of that attorney.
Sure.
Well, you can have the number of the attorney. Again, if you'd rather pay, $6,000 than the ticket, go ahead. I mean, you're not going to court for less than that. Just so you know.
Yeah, that's okay. I'd still like to talk to the attorney.
Sure. And you're not talking to him free either, right?
No, he'll talk to him for free.
Will he? Okay. Not everyone gives free consultations. I just wanted to warn him, but that's good. So are you sure, Mark, he gives free consultations on these?
I don't know if he gives them necessarily on this guy, but in general, I think he would. When he was on the air with us, he will talk to people.
So do you have that number for him?
I have his name. The attorney's name is John with an H. Bowlin, Bowlin.
BOW.
LIN.
BOW what?
LIN.
LIN?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. I appreciate it.
Now, wait, do you have the number?
Yes, I do.
Here's his number.
And
okay.
So the firm is called Bolin and Shall, and their phone number. So John Bolin's direct number is 720-316-7890.
The first thing you got to do, though, you haven't even disputed it. You need to log on there now and dispute it and tell them, hey, I paid the fine. I mean, that's the first thing you need to do before the clock is done.
Right.
God, that guy's he's something.
I'm confused. Is it the dude didn't even know his own license plate number?
He's pissed off. He's pissed off he got a violation. And okay, I mean, if he paid the toll, he shouldn't have gotten the ticket. That's fine. He has to dispute it. But he has in his mind that he's right and we're wrong. So when people do that, they don't always get the solution here that they want to. All right, so here's the deal. Someone wants to know from John Clace, John from CMG, how much do you need in savings for this to really make sense as a loan?
Well, it's different, and we do have a great simulator if people want to call me. But typically, if you're saving 10% of the money you make, it works. The more you can save, when you get up to 20 or 25%, meaning that your net income minus your expenses is 10% or higher, it seems to work.
Yeah, but John, it doesn't have to be pure savings. It can be money that is in your checking account temporarily. It doesn't have to be designated as savings. Any money that you have liquid can be put in there, and when you need it, you write a check, right? I don't want this guy thinking he has to set aside a savings account.
No, you're exactly right. It's people that just have they have a rainy day account or money set aside. And that's why I like people to call me, and we have a great simulator that I go through with them, and we can put in all these things. But you're exactly right, Tom. If you have money sitting there,
can you have more than one account associated with the mortgage?
No. So there's the checking account goes with the mortgage, but you can tie 10 different accounts into it, meaning the other accounts won't do the automatic sweep like this one will, but you can ACH back and forth. Pretty simple.
Okay, so here for those listening, we're talking about the all-in-one loan, where really what happens is this. You have a loan on your home, and it's like a line of credit for 30 years. What happens is if you borrow enough to pay off your existing loan, fine. If you have more equity, you can draw it out. If you pay it down substantially even, but you need the money a week later, you can get it back. It is a liquid loan, as I coined, and that liquid loan means that the balance fluctuates based on how you pay it down and how you draw it back. While you have this loan, any money that you have in the associated CMG checking account, any money in there that you can sweep at night from other accounts, you can do whatever, or just keep money in there, that goes against your average daily balance for the time it's in there. And then that means you pay interest on less of a loan balance. Now, if you have this associated checking account and you happen to have 50 or 100 grand in it, it's substantially lowering your interest. But even if you only have 5 or 10 grand in it, you're substantially lowering your interest. Then let's say you need to write a check, you write a check. There's no, and let's just say then you have your house loaned up to the maximum. You can just pay interest only. Isn't that right, John?
That is correct. It's interest only. And Tom, that's a great point, because say you had a $500,000 mortgage, your payoff was $200 on the other mortgage, but you borrow $300. Well, on that $100,000, if you don't use it, you don't pay any interest on it, but it's liquid, like you said. It's available to you.
Right. So on the loan
And the other thing that's kind of cool is it eats itself. So let's say you get fired from your job and you've got whatever, $500,000 line of credit there. You don't even got to make a typical interest payment. It'll just eat itself. You don't have to make a payment till you're employed again.
So the interest accrues on the loan.
In that sense, it could, but it's a lot better. Like if you had a regular loan and you lost your job and couldn't make the payment and you have a lot of equity, they don't care. You sell the house to get it paid off. Here, you can have that time, like Mark said.
It's almost like a reverse mortgage at that point. It just eats away at the equity.
It is, until you get back on your feet and you can do that. That's why it's a great loan for self-employed people, too, who kind of make big commissions one month and not so big the next month.
Or people buying a second house or a property outside of their regular residence as well.
Yes.
You can have numerous ones too, right? You could have one on your primary, and you could have one on a secondary.
And investment property.
And an investment property.
Yep, up to 3.
Okay, and we have
Tom,
something.
think of that. Think of that. You have an investment property that you're banking on, like with Vestera. Really think about this. So they buy it with this product compared to a regular 20 or 30 year. Not only are they going to make money when the home appreciates with Barry and Wave 8, but they have access to all the money they put down in it. You can't get a better deal than that.
I'm thinking, John, we have to hook you up with Barry, because he needs to offer this as a loan option. Really and truly, because if we keep the homes only up to 3 years, we could do interest only if we want, right?
You could, and that's what's great about it. It gives you that option. Yeah, but you can always pay principal if you want to.
Or you could literally, what I was saying is, you could pay 100% or 90% cash up front for the house, and you have a line of credit to access basically all that cash.
You could.
You know what? You're right, Mark. So if it goes a month unrented, you tap into it.
Yep. Or you don't even have to tap into it. It eats itself.
Right. No, I'm talking about for the, I see what you're saying. Yes. You know what? I need to put Barry Miller in touch with you personally, John, because truly he would love to hear about this.
Could you have multiple investment properties, John, with that product? or just one?
You could have up to two in the right
So
situation.
you could have one, and let's go under what I was saying. You have 90% equity in it. You have that product. You could use that money to buy the second one.
A lot of people do that. They use the one loan to write a check for the down payment
of the other one
on the next house.
and then convert that into the same product.
Yeah.
I don't know why, when it comes to the investment product, actually, it's very hard to think of a reason besides you might not qualify. Why not to have this loan? I can't think of any reasons in any scenario.
My opinion is the best loan on the planet if you qualify. And that's what we do.
And they'll look at your assets. It's not necessarily just cash flow, but if someone has a lot of assets, this is one of the few loans that you can actually base approval on asset level.
That is correct. We do that.
Oh, wait. Okay. So Dimitri was asking about that. Go over that qualification again real quick.
Well, meaning that we can use, so you could literally, we don't have to ask for income. If you have enough assets, we do a calculation. We don't deplete the assets. We just do a calculation of what that would be, and then we give you an income based on your assets.
Wait. What
could that include retirement accounts or no?
No.
Includes retirement accounts. So real simple math is
yes, it does.
We take your assets, we divide them by 120, and that's what your monthly income is that we'll give you credit for.
So typically,
we
what are
we
these
can
assets
use both
like?
tax returns.
Like equity in the house?
Home equity is not asset. No.
Okay, so what are assets that you look at?
I mean, savings, bank accounts, 401ks, money markets.
Trading accounts like mine.
Trading accounts, and any financial assets you can use on that. Yeah.
And you don't need like W-2 or tax returns or.
That's the asset that helps to have to me. I'm sorry to butt in, John, but the actual, if you have both, that's even better. But what he's saying is, if you don't, maybe you're retired at 60 years old and you have $10 million in assets, but you don't have any income, you can get this loan.
Correct.
But isn't the equity in my house an asset? Or the house itself is an asset, though it might be partially encumbered by a mortgage?
Unfortunately, it is, but we wouldn't do that because on the balance sheets and all that, you can liquid. Those are considered kind of liquid. So you might get a tax hit or a hit, but for a home equity, you'd have to sell that house to realize that asset. And so that's why we don't do that.
And what minimum score or average credit score qualifications would you recommend?
700 is our minimum credit score.
Gotcha. Okay.
For that product. You have other products where people qualify at what, 560?
560, 580, yeah. But for the all-in-one loan, it's 700.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
We got more right after this.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Alarm Detection Systems.
A new crash just north of the downtown area, I-25 northbound at I-70. 2 right lanes blocked. We are looking at delays all the way back from Spear. Starting to see things pile up with about a delay of 5 minutes at the moment. Just south of there, 6th Avenue eastbound, some stop and go on the off-ramp to I-25 southbound. If you're heading to DIA, I-70 east and westbound, it's easy driving. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
Alarm Detection Systems. One local source for cameras, key cards, fire and intrusion. Offering expert alarm installation and testing with 24/7 professional monitoring. Protect what matters with advanced security. Visit adsalarm.com.
I guess it's my turn to tell you about John Fuller. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney who takes the word personal personally. He will talk to each and every person who is thinking about becoming a client, not necessarily a client. In fact, if you never become a client, he'll still talk to you. This is what I love about John Fuller. So if you need help after an accident, parsing through who's at fault and if you should be compensated and where do you go and what do you do next, you talk to him free of charge. And if you decide to hire him, it's then on a percentage fee basis, but the communication still continues with his personal cell phone number. This is all true. 303-597-4500 is the office to start. 303-597-4500. You know, my air conditioner works less than most others. Why? Because I have the QC Quiet Cool Whole House fan. QCcolorado.com put it in. They're specializing in these fans. That's why I love them. They take only an hour or two to install, and then you have a lifetime of savings. It evens out the temperatures in your home. And that's the least they do, which keeps your air conditioner working less. The best they do is pulls that cool air up and the hottest air out. And it's quietly done with a remote mounted ceiling or attic fan that pulls it out through the house. But it is a whole house fan. You can use it mornings and evenings sometimes in place of AC. You will love experimenting with yours. 303-800-3419. 800, that's 303-800-3419. QCcolorado.com.
Interest deduction doesn't mean that. Well, for a lot of people, it doesn't mean that.
Well, exactly. A lot of people, but with this loan, you still get the interest write-off if you're using it. You still get the 1098. Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm going to send you just when people call in and like I'll say, "What's your email?" Let me send them a quick email with a video on it. I'll send it to both of you.
Please do.
Yeah,
that'd be wonderful. Every Saturday I study for.
Look, see your one shot.
This guy study stuff like that.
That's kind of cool. I got to get it off of there now, though.
That's awesome.
It really is a great mortgage. Feel bad about selling people.
I got to work out after the show. Now that I have energy, I can't.
I love it, dude.
That's cool.
We paid our house off my God, 10 years ago, and we just got a huge line of credit that we can just write a check on.
That's awesome, man.
When we go to Louisiana, I either have the bank that I deal with him or other bank here just write a letter, and then boom, we go look at the homes. I mean,
Mark, I sent you a video. You probably won't be able to watch it till later, but it's a home we just put on at 1.250 million. I wanted you to see the fly-through tour on that one. It's on 2.5 acres.
where is it on the email?
Yeah, I just texted it to you a while ago, but you may not.
Text or?
Yeah, I sent it to you. I sent the video to you, but it's a fly-through, and it's on 2.5.
I didn't see your text, bro.
I sent it to you.
Where's the house at?
This one's up in Parker. Really sweet, man. It's those fly-throughs are incredible. Watch, I'll show you real quick. You see these? Haven't you seen?
Give the people.
This is a fly-through video. I don't know if I can make it bigger. So they start like way up high and just go through the front door. It's incredible. Crazy how big
It takes
so
talent
that's
with
way
the
better than
drone.
Matterport. That makes the Matterport look way outdated. And then wait till they get to the land, and then we'll fly over the land. Pretty expensive.
All right, whoever that guy is, who is this guy?
That's way cool.
I have no idea who this is. Anyhow. I don't see it, Frank.
You don't see it, really?
No, sir.
Mark, shoot.
Oh, wait. Is it a YouTube link?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, hold on. Oh, wow. Where is that?
Good afternoon, Tom Martino Show.
How much is this going? Oh, is that in...
Or Centennial. I'm sorry, I said Parker. Centennial. 1.250 million.
Is that all brick?
Yeah.
That's not a bad price.
5-car garage. It's rough. It's in rough condition, but...
Okay, why doesn't it look rough?
Well, we staged it.
You guys, I'll tell you, I got on Stephanie about this shit last week. You guys are so sneaky. I have gone out literally to look at homes in Louisiana, and you show up and there's fucking holes in the wall and water damage, but the video looks beautiful.
Okay,
but I will say this,
not
on the description
know.
I do
You would have to
explain
talk
that it does
to Tom
need
and
some
Mark
work.
about that. What's your name?
It's beautiful looking. And let me tell you, this is better than the walkthroughs.
Oh, yeah.
This is better than the
I'm
Matterhorn.
going to put you on hold, and then you can talk to Tom and Mark about it, and they
Like
can
totally
give you
cutting,
a reference.
Cutting edge.
What a gorgeous, and it backs to what? What's behind them? Farmland? What is
Yeah,
it?
it's all 2.5 acres, just open space.
I still say that's a great price.
I recommend.
Hey, how?
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So coming up in the next hour, I want to talk about common mistakes people do when listing a home. I looked at Better Homes and Gardens, who did a look-see and interviews of brokers, and we'll do that coming up There are one. Let me give you one. One is where style is considered, and fashion is too specific to a time period. I can bring up the ultra modern stuff that you're seeing that goes in and out of favor. I can bring up the Southwest look that used to be in that people puke when they see. The Tuscany design seems to be more universal, and we're going to talk about that. Then somebody asks about the all-in-one loan, and they thought they heard somewhere where eventually you freeze. Your credit freezes, or not your credit, but your ability to draw out money freezes, and you have to pay it down. So we have a lot to talk about on the Troubleshooter Show, plus your calls on anything you want. 303-713-TALK or 303-MARTINO.
Anybody that I can reference to you, because I don't know of anybody that can help you that we have on the list.
You wouldn't even
which is why I am encouraging you to go on with Tom and Mark, so you can tell your story and they can give you some good references to
heated tile floors, fancy shitter.
Now, did you get
California
injured?
closet?
Last time
In
I
the
was down there,
accident?
you guys were doing some remodeling at the time, and it looked good then.
We just never. Yeah, we've been doing it from day one, basically.
You don't mind.
I love that video. Though.
Is that a trip, man?
I think it's better than the Matterhorn by far.
Oh gosh, it's incredible.
It's like a drone flying in every room, spinning. It just looks perfect. Yeah.
Can I get a link to that?
Send it to Tom. Send him that link.
Just text it to me.
A complaint with the police department. They
That's
could
the way to
probably
do it, though.
recommend somebody. No problem.
Tom, are you going to skip the party, or what are you going to do?
I'm going to go.
Okay.
Since I'm feeling pretty good, I'm going to take advantage of it and work out first.
It's going to be pretty. I have a feeling it's going to be way more than what you're thinking. There's rumors there's some really big wigs.
How are you dressing? I sound like a chick.
I'm going to wear either black slacks or black pants, or like dark gray pants, and then I'm going to wear a what are those called? Those damn shirts that you don't tuck in. Untuck it, an untuck it shirt, a button up.
Mm-hmm.
Classy, but yet comfortable, if you will. I'm not wearing a fucking suit jacket or anything. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even own one. I could borrow Frank's.
You borrow mine.
Mark, I have so many clothes you can have. I swear to God, really, and I mean this sincerely.
I've got a great shirt you gave me. I was thinking about wearing it tonight,
by the way,
but I'm not
not talking, this is not a joke on size.
No, they're
or anything.
expensive. I know.
But they're like brand fucking new. And
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
telling you, I have about a dozen beautiful, beautiful shirts. In fact, I'm going to do it. And then if you don't
You
want
gave me one that's like, what is it, Versace? Is that right?
Robert Graham.
Wow, what
Something.
size are they?
Yeah, we can do it.
First of all, Dimitri, keep your
they're
fucking
men's
hands
large.
off of my shit.
Hey, Tom.
I
Yes.
get the helicopter. I get the clothes. What else do I get?
Hold on, Mark was talking over you, Kachina.
Oh,
Go ahead.
can Adam and I do a call with you tonight regarding the trip for Giovanni?
Yes, because we've had some changes in our plans, and I had to tell you that due to my health schedule. So it may or may not work out, but I will call you late. Well, I got to go to this KOA thing tomorrow. Might be better.
Okay, let's do it tomorrow.
Just call him. You got his number.
Yeah.
Kelly, just call his ass.
Yeah, I mean, the worst happens.
So anyhow, listen, here's what I want. I want the helicopter.
Yep.
I want Vassar property. Just make sure there's no mortgage on it. I don't like any of your cars, so I don't want the cars.
He doesn't
what else
like
do
the
I
big-
want?
he doesn't like the piece of shit Beamer.
I want the newer airplane, not the older one. The
Oh.
newer one.
Yeah.
Oh, and the hangar. Give me the hangar. Fuck it.
I'll
The
take
drum
the shirts
set's really
and the
nice,
cat.
Mark.
And give Dimitri the cat.
No, the shirts
No,
too.
I want the shirts, most of them. Dimitri, I'll give you what I don't want and what my son doesn't want and what my neighbors don't want.
And what Goodwill rejects.
You're in what Goodwill refuses to take.
Awesome.
I'd ask for your shoes, but I guarantee I wear a larger
Hey,
shoe
Frank.
size, Tom, so that won't work.
Frank. Is Frank listening?
He's putting them on now.
Oh, sorry.
Is it a bad time to buy something for my daughter to live in?
Hit offline. He wants to know if it's a bad time to buy something for
Sorry, Tom.
his daughter
to
right
live
now.
in.
Is it a bad time?
Yeah, I mean, are there deals?
A good realtor will say it's a great time.
No, he'll tell me that. Are there good
No.
deals out there?
Tom, there's better deals now, especially the ones that have been sitting there for 60 days. You'll get a better deal. The sellers are ready to negotiate.
Especially with cash.
There's a number of sellers that they just plain and simply will take the home off the market if it's not moving, but there's others that have real reasons they're selling. And if they've sat there a long time, they're definitely willing to negotiate. And they'll pay down towards closing cost buy downs and interest rate buy downs.
Okay.
Yeah. And then when the rates drop,
It's
then
going
just
to get
refi. Yeah.
Well, when the rates drop, he'd probably pay cash, but regardless,
Well, that's true.
when the
Yeah, that's
rates
true.
drop, the market's going to get hot.
Yeah, it will.
Those deals will go away.
Yeah. This is the window, I think, now where buyers will get a better deal.
I told you, Tom, a good realtor is going to tell you right now. Then they'll make up reasons why. Same with the lender. John, is now a good time
In fact, I got
to
the
refinance?
perfect house for you, Tom.
Let's get you pre-approved, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, I sent you a video. You got to check this out.
Oh, okay. On my text, right?
Cutting edge technology. I just put that one under contract. The video is incredible.
Look at it's 1.2 in Centennial, but it needs a lot of work. But look at the
I
home.
got
But
it.
more
I got
importantly,
it. Okay,
look
let me
at
look
the
at
video.
this video. Yeah, I'm looking right now. Wow. Is that a drone?
It is. And it flies through the house.
Does it literally fly through the house, or is it knitted together with stills?
It literally flies through the house.
So this guy flies through the house.
Yeah, they're called Cinefly.
But that is literally a drone.
Yeah, they come in and program it based on the rooms, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's not like he's freelance flying it.
Yeah.
But tell me that looks better. That's the best way. And Frank said that home needs a ton of work. It looks beautiful, though, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You can program the drone not to show the holes in the wall.
I don't know about that.
Now, what will something like this sell for?
If it was in great condition, I'd say 1.5 or higher.
But right now, what is it going for?
1.250.
And will $100,000 bring it up to snuff?
I'd say more than that. I'd say over a couple hundred. Tom.
Oh,
They had water
really?
damage.
That much, huh? That much?
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Oh.
Think about it, though. 2.5 acres in Centennial. And the golf course is being built right there.
So Frank, you're saying, is it dated? When you say rough shape, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's dated, and the basement had some water damage, and just overall was pretty rough.
Yeah, it's going to be $300,000 to make it
In fact,
beautiful.
a lot of the showings that didn't buy said the same thing. It had too much deferred maintenance, even at that price. But we still ended up getting about 4 offers on it.
Phone. While listening to Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, Tom Martino here, and we have guests in the house. Plus, we're taking your calls. As always, solving your problems. That's really what this show is about. The things that make you tick and the things that tick you off. And we've been doing it longer than anyone in the country for any talk show, with the same hosts currently still on the air. You can find us on the iHeartRadio app, on YouTube. You can download us as a podcast on all the popular sites. To find out more about everything, TomMartino.com is a good site. Referralist.com is a great site. Hey, John Clace is with CMG Mortgage, partner in lending.com. Frank Duran is with Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Stephanie Thomas with Coldwell Banker in Colorado Springs. Frank is with Remax Alliance. And then Stephanie's with Coldwell Banker in the Springs or the Pikes Peak area. They like to say StephanieRE.com. And I have a question about freezing the credit limit. So the all-in-one loan, I'm going to give it the quick explanation. I can't assume everybody who is here now has tuned in for the whole show. Now, here's the deal. You get a loan on the house, and you can pay the loan down or borrow it up as a line of credit. Now, what happens is you have a balance. Let's say you start out with a balance of $400,000. You can borrow up to, is it 80% loan to value, John?
Yes, 80% loan to value of the house value.
Okay,
Yep.
So let's say you have 100 in there for cushion. So let's say you borrow on that. You can pay it down. You can even pay down the original 400,000 or 500,000 or whatever. So let's say you have a lot of money you put down and you're in a home. You can borrow against the equity at any time and pay it down at any time. But something else also happens. You keep a checking account with CMG, and every single night they credit you with the amount in that account against your average daily balance. So for that day or two or week or month or 2 months or 3 months, your balance reflects that much off of its principal. So you're in essence paying less interest. Now, if you have hard times and you simply want to pay interest only, you can do that. And as Mark brought out, if you skip a payment, it goes against the line of credit. Right, John? There is no mark against your credit, right?
That is correct, as long as you have that equity there. Yep.
So if you skip a payment or two, you can do that. If you pay interest only, you can do that. If you pay interest plus a bunch of principal, you can do that. You can pay against the principal at any time. And all of your savings, what I would do is put most of my savings against this loan. So I'm paying way less interest, and I have it available when I need it. I write a check. I simply write a check. All right. Having said all of that, it only took me 2 minutes. Now, somebody said they heard that this line of credit freezes at some point during the loan. Can you explain that?
Sure, I can. It doesn't freeze, so it's a true 30-year line of credit. The first 120 months are interest only. You get access to the full line of credit. And so then what it does, the next 20 years, it takes whatever you borrowed, it reduces what you can borrow by 1/240th every month. For example, I don't have the math in front of me, but 400,000. So on the 121st month, you can borrow $399, then $398. So it's a forced zero balance at the end of 30 years.
That's so you're not at the end of 30 years and are faced with trying to refinance a house.
Correct. It's a forced payoff at the end of 30 years.
But it remains a line of credit.
It remains a line of credit, and you can still use whatever you can access to. It's only if you're fully maxed out, then you have to make a payment. But if you're not maxed out, you do not.
Okay, thank you. John Clace, partner in lending.com. So let's talk about design flaws, not design flaws, design mistakes, showing mistakes when you're showing a house. You guys have sold your share. You have also toured a number of houses, and you notice mistakes. My personal opinion, bad floors just for somehow makes the house feel dingy, dirty, and unkept. Unkept wood floors, unkept vinyl, unkept carpeting, matted carpeting, disgusting. Even if it has a beautiful floor plan, for some reason, pet stained, matted, bad floor coverings, chips, fading, stains, tells me a lack of care, because floors are ubiquitous through the entire structure. What do you guys think about floor coverings?
You know, I would agree with you on floors because it's such a large surface area as you're walking through the home, so it really speaks loudly to you. Another thing that really kind of gets me personally about floors is when every single room is different. For instance, even carpet. You know, the hallway's different, each bedroom is different, and they just kind of butt up to one another. That's something, it kind of takes away from the flow of the house to me. It really breaks the space up.
And most designers say nowadays, no matter what design you have, keep the floors consistent.
I would agree with that.
And then what about walls? And we used to have a lot of faux finishes, which can date a house. Do you guys agree with that?
I would say so, Tom. Painting, and I'll tell you another one too is odor. Boy, especially the person's a smoker. That could be really tough. I had one seller. They had those plug-in, I'm talking about those air fresheners.
Yes.
And that made it worse. So I tell people just kind of be careful. Let's talk through this before we list the house and get the place ready up to par,
There are ozonators that can take smell out of a house completely. So what about design mistakes? Like I said, designs are like fashion, and they can come in and out of fashion, particularly with color of appliances. If people are replacing appliances, my opinion is white and stainless. But what do you guys think?
I like that. I like the white and stainless. I think it's light, it's very classic, and I think that's something that is going to probably withstand time a little bit better than some of the, the random colors that we've seen, or I've even seen wood finishes and things like that. I think that kind of dates it a little bit to me.
Now, if you're talking about a La Cornue stove or oven with the eggplant cover, that's different. That thing is timeless. But if you're talking about just regular stoves, I introduced to you in your mind, in your memory, walking into avocado green appliances. My God.
Yeah.
That's right. Especially when it's a burnt avocado. Oh, my God. It just says old. What do you do when you have it? Do you sell around it, or do people actually change certain things? Guys?
I was just thinking through that, Tom, for a minute. I think the biggest thing I see that people change through is they'll go back to neutral. So, for instance, if I'm selling a home and they have red walls and green walls, they'll go back to the basics. And I always suggest that. Go back to the basics. We have a great paint guy, by the way. And just go back to the neutral, back to the basics. And that's why I believe stainless steel and white works very well in any market.
And then cabinets. If somebody is redoing cabinets, what do you suggest for timeless cabinets? I think shaker's pretty timeless. White's pretty timeless. I think you avoid the weird finishes. I think, what do you guys think? Distressed is good. What would you avoid with cabinets? Designer colors?
I think that's going to be a fad that we'll probably see go out at some point is, the two-tone color cabinets, your more vibrant blues. Some of, I've seen some purples and, different colors like that are very specific to that homeowner. One thing I always advise my clients when we're talking about doing upgrades, to get ready to sell is let's be neutral. Let's go in and try to appeal to the masses and not necessarily just a specific.
So really, when it comes to, somebody asked about home theaters, God, I think they're kind of like swimming pools. You either love them or hate them. Nowadays, with the big LEDs and stuff, have you seen less and less dedicated rooms like that?
Boy, Tom, it's all over the board. But I'll say this. Here's the funny part. I've sold a number of homes that have home theaters. And here's the funny part. They never buy because of that. They come in, okay, right price, right area. Oh, I like the floor plan. Oh, it has a home theater. Great. And that's where the value gets added once they decide they like the home. I've never seen anybody not buy one over one, but I've never seen anybody come in and say, oh, gee, I got to have it because of the home theater either. I think it's just kind of a nice little extra touch if they have it.
And, one time, and Frank, when I bought this house, the people were like hoarders, for God's sakes. And they didn't even move stuff out of the way. That's just plain stupid. Who's advising them? What do you do with personal stuff? Do you like when people, and I'm not saying they should, and I don't want people being warded off thinking, well, I'm not going to go with that guy or that woman. But in general, I'm just asking, is it better to be moved out and staged than be there and staged?
I would say for the most part, it's better to be out and staged. And I would say at the very least, if they have a situation where they have a lot of clutter, they need to get rid of it. I have a trash haul person. If they want to get rid of it, we do that. Or work something out where we can get it moved somewhere else besides inside the property. But I would say overall, if they can vacate and stage it.
Do you ever bring furniture in?
Oh, yes. In fact, that one that I just shared the video with, that's staged furniture.
Where does that even come from? Do you go to like American Furniture, buy a whole house and return it?
A great question, Mark. They have their own facilities they use. I'm not sure. I don't know that it comes from.
Oh, it's a company.
Yeah, it's actually a company. Yeah, and they order.
Mark,
whatever.
there are companies that will come in and do everything, from furniture to wall hangings to recommendations for the brokers. It's not like the broker goes room by room and says, "Do this, this, and this." And
how much does that cost? Out of curiosity, what does that add to a sale? In other words, that's not free.
No, staging typically.
Like that house I saw. So how much is something like that?
Around $3,200 for staging.
And then they bring in the furniture.
Yes.
Actually, they probably walk in, look at it, and go, "Here's what we're going to do."
We have a professional stager walk through the property, and they stage it professionally.
Now, who foots that bill?
Well, ultimately, I pay it up front. But we always give the seller that option if they want to use staging or not.
Yeah, but then, simply it comes out of your commission at some point.
Sure, that's right.
No,
yeah, and that's
hold on. Out of the proceeds, I wouldn't necessarily say out of an individual's commission, or does it, Frank?
Well, that's part of our marketing up front, Tom. So we figure out up front what the fee structure is going to be that's fair to the seller and something we could work with, and that just all gets structured in. But ultimately, we take the risk with it. We pay it up front.
Okay, so it does come out. Okay.
Oh, yeah. And if for some reason the seller changes their mind, we put in writing, you can cancel anytime. You owe us nothing. So we take all the risk. And as I've always said, we work to earn your business every day, and we really back it up for real time.
My God. So Mark, that is...
when they sold ours, they didn't have to come in, our one in Castle Rock. He sent in like a whole crew of a cleaning crew that did everything. And just got it ready to go, man. It was pretty amazing. Then the money he put into that walkthrough back in the day, this is 10 years ago, that Matterhorn, they did a 3D walkthrough, Tom. He listed it on Friday. By Sunday night, we had almost 100,000 people virtually walk through the house. And then by Monday, he created 20 offers to look at.
Yeah, thank God that worked out good.
Okay, someone wants to know, what is the conventional, not the conventional, but the going interest rate without putting money in the account? Is it more than conventional, or is it at par, the all-in-one loan?
Yeah, so you can't, because it's a simple interest rate, and that's why we have a simulator online. So there's a rate, but it depends on credit score and all this, but it's also an effective rate. So our simulator, we go in there and we can see how much you're paying, because you only pay interest on what your principal balance is. So our simulator will do an effective rate, meaning...
Yeah, but let's just say as a straight loan without money in the bank, what would the rate be? Would it be slightly higher than market for a conventional loan?
Slightly higher, but I can tell you right now, on average, the effective rate on most of the loans I do is less than 3%.
Well, and more importantly,
wait a minute. Is that with tons of cash? Hold on, Mark. Hold on. He's saying less than. Wait a minute. He's saying less than 3%. Now, to affect that less than 3%, for goodness sakes, from a par right now of 7, is that with tons of money in the bank? What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's with you.
Take a break soon, buddy.
But it's all about interest saved.
No,
so
I
this
get
loan
it, but
is so that's what it's about. Is how much interest would you pay on a 30-year fixed mortgage at 7%?
I get that. I get that, John. All I'm asking, bro, is when you said your average customer saved 3%, then you have to accompany that with, but that average customer probably has 50 grand in the bank.
Tom, exactly right. That's why we have to go on the simulator, and it's everybody's situation is
You're
different.
right.
So
You're
I'm not going to talk
absolutely
about
right.
rate. So you're right there.
All right, we got more coming right up.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month, but what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Vestera Turnkey, since we're talking about real estate, VesteraTurnkey.com, VESTERRA, Vestera Turnkey.com is a system that helps you become a landlord and they become your nanny. What they do is they help you buy a property in a market where equity growth potential is strong, where rents are strong, where renters are plentiful. And then they help you with the management of that property, even the day-to-day phone calls, if any. And then they help you dispose or sell of the property. All of this is handled under their nanny program for landlords, Vestera Turnkey. I love the system. I am part of it. I have now about 4 homes. I'm going on 5. 303-888-3788. Joseph A. Lazara. He's a criminal defense attorney. There's no other way to put it. Sometimes people need an attorney. They need help. Why? Because they made a mistake somewhere, or they just need help with a traffic infraction, a DUI, an argument with a neighbor that got out of control. Whatever it is, he's not going to judge you. He's going to give you free consultations up front and then a flat rate for the entire case. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200. You can also find Joe Lazara at referralist.com.
Much bigger when it's empty, but it takes away, I guess, from.
Yeah, but you have a big, beautiful house. Now, if we're talking like a townhome or something, sometimes I think putting furniture there just clutters it up. I think so. It just
It makes it look too
case
small.
by case.
But in most cases, staging's
It's very dependent on the property, though.
Yeah, it is dependent on the property. Staging them all doesn't make sense either.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, when we were, we bought something from American Furniture and we were going to return it, and I figured we'd have to pay this 15%, but they didn't care. They said, no problem, go grab something else. And I said, well, why do you guys even put the 15% on there? He said, because of realtors. It's exactly what he told me. He goes, you'd be shocked. We'll have realtors come in or people selling their own home and buy an entire house worth of furniture and then return it as soon as they sell the house.
Oh, goodness.
That's not right.
Well,
See, I have
now they'll do it for 15%.
Good afternoon, Tom Martino Show.
It's not bad.
For what now?
Light staging.
Okay.
Like accent stuff. You know,
Okay.
so I can do like.
Do you guys ever put pictures up?
I have a
like
storage
of
building
nude
full.
people, just naked people.
No. One of my my very first
can't say
buyer.
I
We toured a house in Denver that was like that. It had like, lots of like pornography photos, and it also had a lot
Like
of,
literally on the walls?
Yeah, like satanic stuff too. When we walked through that one, I was very uncomfortable. My buyer was like, "This is kind of a cool house." I'm like, "Ugh."
Murals.
Good
Thank
afternoon,
goodness
Tom
we got
Martino
out of that
Show.
pretty quick, but-
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, it was my very first buyer.
Hello,
years
Tom
and
Martino
years ago.
Show.
We walked a house in Denver, and it was like that.
Yes.
I know. It was a rough one. It's funny though, the things you see. Some
Okay,
people don't care.
what's your
They
name?
won't put things away at all.
Yeah.
Patrick?
Sometimes when I'm walking through houses.
Patrick,
and I
I'm
don't
having
care
a
about
really
them, but they'll
difficult
have,
time
like,
with your
their AR by the
connection.
bed and,
Do you
like,
have me on
AR over the
Bluetooth
back
or a
door,
speakerphone or something?
like guns stashed here and there, or drugs or whatever. It's
Whatever it
like,
is.
but
Their bongs out on the
I always tell people,
coffee
I'm like,
table.
we
I
might
can hear
want
you
to
a little
put
bit
these
better
things
now.
away.
If you could just hold it up
Because
to your
that's
mouth
gonna be
a little bit.
liability.
So.
Oh,
Probably not
man.
attractive to all your buyers.
And what is the year and make of your car?
One of my sellers left his gun out. He forgot to put it away. And I was getting all these calls. Hey, there's a gun out. I called. Hey, buddy, you got to go get that. Oh, I'm sorry. And went and picked it up. Thank
All right,
God there was
hold
no
on.
problem.
Like when we were at the cabin when the cops were there because
Oh,
of
yeah.
gas leak and maintenance, we had, Michael had his gun on the counter. And I'm sitting there next to the cop and I see the gun and I'm like, do you want me to put that away? He pointed to his. He's like, I'm good. I'm like, well, let me just put that away to be, responsible. Yeah.
Did you guys
Good
get
afternoon,
your
Tom
new,
Martino
carry
Show.
permits yet?
We have them.
Don't
don't
you have
know-
to do the
Yeah.
I don't know if
county
we-
thing now?
I don't know that on the next renewal we probably will.
Is that how they do it?
Yeah, I think so, but no, I think we're okay right now. At least I don't know any different.
Okay.
Michael usually keeps up with that and tells me what I need to do.
What do you think the average?
No, well, he's here, so you can certainly, do that. We only have one person holding, so just be patient with me, okay?
Cherry Advisors, TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Let's talk. Patrick, you have a question about oil and gas. What's going on, sir?
Okay, give me a minute. I have a question. I just have a sneaking feeling someone put something in either the gas tank or my oil.
Wait. Somebody, is this your car?
Well, it's a work truck that I had sold to a company. Long story short, I sold my business. It fell through. The truck ended back up at my house, and I hadn't moved it in a while. And then all of a sudden I moved it, and it's smoking really bad. And the person who bought the business is definitely suspicious of doing something like this.
Okay, would they do it because they were upset with you because the sale fell through?
Yes. Yes.
And tell me something. How many miles on this 1998 Toyota Tacoma?
I mean, probably 200,000.
Okay. And how much is it smoking? Listen, man, the idea of a 98 Tacoma with over 200,000 miles smoking is not shocking to me.
Right.
I have somewhat of a Toyota aficionado here. What do you think?
What color is the smoke? Is it kind of like grayish, bluish, or is it pure white?
Yeah. No, it's not pure white. The thing is that I drove it back from
It's
Ohio,
oil.
no smoke. And when he left, no smoke. When I started it up after it got dropped off, smoke.
What
so
color?
I'm just what I'm asking is there a place I can have it tested?
Oh,
yes.
I'm draining it right now.
Yes, of course there is.
Okay, that's all I'm asking. Yeah.
You can have it. Titan, I believe Titan is still around. That there are a lot of people when they do oil changes. They have it. I think.
Oh, wait. Are you asking to have the oil tested, or are you asking to have the engine tested to see why it's smoking?
You would start with the oil to see if it's contaminated. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do the simple thing first?
Well, it's not the simple thing. I think his concern is the truck is smoking.
It's pretty damn simple to test the oil. Just tell me. No. I just want to know why you wouldn't say test the oil. If it's contaminated.
Because it could be a head gasket. It could be a head gasket.
Yeah, and an oil analysis will show coolant. But now what Dimitri might say is, but you don't know if the coolant came from someone adding it or from a leaky head gasket. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, anything could be causing it to smoke. So
how would you start then?
I would
compression test and all the old-fashioned.
No. Take it over to somebody like Sheridan Autotech and ask him what the smoke is, and then go from there.
Anywhere. I'm not driving it anywhere. Here, hold on a second.
He already took the oil
It
out.
only drove to Denver. They never registered it, and they drove it back. So they never drove it, really.
Look, Titan Laboratories. Titan Laboratories, you just bring them an oil sample, and they'll do a full report.
Right.
There you go.
Still not
going to
tell you why the truck is smoking.
No, what Dimitri is saying, it'll tell you what your oil, if any, is contaminated with. If your oil's not contaminated, you still have the problem. Or if you find out it is contamination, it might be contaminated with something outside the engine. If it's contaminated with coolant, which is the only other thing it could be contaminated with within the engine, then you would have to seek the coolant leak.
Right, but there's a simpler way about it. You don't need to test the oil to see what's burning.
No, hold on. Go ahead, Dimitri. Finish your thought, because I'm not understanding it. Go ahead.
Okay, so when you bring a smoking truck to the mechanic and they start it, they'll know right away what's causing the smoke. You can smell the coolant, or you can smell the burning oil. I mean, those really are the only two. Or he might have just like incomplete combustion.
If they smell or if they see it's coolant, how do they then determine if it was purposely done or done? Bro, just listen for a minute. Just for a minute. I know you want to have yours tested.
I'm trying. I know exactly what you're saying.
Well,
I'm
you
just
know
trying to
what?
say I can't
The
use the
hundreds of
truck.
thousands of
I'm
people
done with
listening
it.
don't. Just put them on hold for God's sakes. Do you know, I got to tell people, we don't just do this show for one or two people who call. We do the show to educate our audience. So if you're a genius, go ahead and solve your own damn problem. So go ahead. I was asking some edification questions, and that is, once the mechanic sees or suspects coolant, then how does the mechanic know? Did someone add it or did it leak?
Yes, so they will pressurize the cooling system. It's called a leak down test. They pressurize the cooling system, put a pressure monitor on it, and if that pressure drops, they'll know there's perhaps a head gasket leak.
Okay. Then what about compression check for rings and stuff?
Well, they can also put a compression tester, as you know, gauge into
the engine
cylinder
right.
one at a time, crank it over, and see if it's getting proper compression or if it's low compression.
Remember, what we're doing here is trying to educate people. How do you tell the difference between something that is leaking from within the engine or something that contaminated the engine? The only fluid that you would find in the oil that would leak from within the engine is coolant. There is no other fluid. So you're not going to find a master brake cylinder leaking into the engine. Now, once you find what's contaminating the engine, if it's, for example, something foreign to the inside coolant, then you know for sure that it is contamination. You know for sure it is, and you know it was introduced by a third party. This guy thinks they were really pissed and did something to his engine. So that's the skinny on it. Again, take it to, you can have it done at the labs. I would do a drive-by with Sheridan Autotech. I mean, I agree with that, Dimitri. So you do both. You figure it out. Could it be, what would make a Toyota come on? Let's say it's not leaking coolant. It's not a head gasket. The other reason it would smoke is bad rings, right?
Incomplete combustion would be another one. So if it's
Fuel.
running rich.
Mark, what did you say?
Well, what he's saying, fuel can cause it. You can get water in the engine and basically fuel. For most cars, that's going to be it.
Right. Okay. So water or /coolant or
correct
or fuel. So. Oh, yeah. I never thought of that. So you get fuel in there, right? That's another contamination if they find fuel in it.
Well, all three of those scenarios that I just described don't require oil contamination. All three of those scenarios are a result of actual introduction of that fluid right into the cylinder.
Meaning it's wearing. Something is wearing.
The air-fuel mixture is off.
Right.
The head gasket is bad now. So I wouldn't worry about oil contamination at all because it's unnecessary to go get this oil tested. Contaminated oil is not going to cause this engine to smoke. It's introduction of foreign materials.
Well, yeah, but contamination is introduction of foreign material. It's the definition. If I throw something into the oil, I am contaminating it. He wants to know, was this done intentionally? And again, it all depends on the source.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he needs to see why it's smoking.
But I don't even know what he would do if he did find that they contaminated it.
Generally, the only reason someone's going to get an oil analysis is going to be they're looking for some form of metal in the engine.
Right.
I don't know why anybody would test for coolant. You can pull the dipstick and basically look for a milky residue and tell if there's a head gasket problem.
Right. He believes they put something in it that will be not coolant. I think where he's going.
Well, I don't know what they would check for. In other words, when you send it out,
in other words, do they check for orange juice? Of course not.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. If you say to them, we believe it was contaminated, I don't know if they have a test for that.
It'd probably just come back as water.
Whatever it is, I think that Dimitri's recommendation was first, a good mechanic is a great idea. Does oil analysis do anything? Yeah, it does. But again, start with a mechanic, because if it's from natural causes, there's nothing you're going to do about it.
Yeah.
Break time.
dealerships, if you have something under warranty, the manufacturer might have them, or aftermarket warranty. They might have them actually send something out to make sure the oil isn't degraded.
Now, Dan McKenzie is a boutique law firm that dedicates itself to estate planning. That means the preparation of wills and trusts. And what he does is he goes over everything personally with you and writes a plan exclusively for you. It's great value and personalized attention. And in fact, Deputy Bo said, I couldn't be happier. He's going to McKenzie right now. He is someone we all use. 833-CO plans. If you need a simple will, a trust, maybe an LLC for the family, he can talk you through all of this and help you do it. 833-CO plans.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve.
Through downtown, a new crash, I-25 northbound after 38th and Park Avenue with a right lane blocked. We're seeing some pretty significant congestion around, but once you're past it, it's back to free and clear driving on I-25 northbound. Recent crash on I-25 southbound after 6th Avenue, all clear as well. Still seeing some slow traffic back from Colfax. If you're heading to DIA, I-70 eastbound, some normal busy traffic between I-270 and Pena with traffic on Marks 1.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Hey, if you want your air conditioner to work less, you can I would buy a Quiet Cool Whole House fan. So it's remotely mounted in the attic, and then it has an attractive little vent in the upper ceiling. That's it. It's wired into a light fixture and remote controlled. No heavy wiring, no installation hassles. It's no digging into walls. It takes about 1 to 2 hours, and then you have the savings. What it does is evens out the temperatures in your home. It helps your home be cooler mornings and evenings sometimes without air conditioning. But no matter what, your air conditioner works less. I want you to check them out. QCcolorado.com, 303-800-3419. The Art of Granite, the only countertop place that does business this way. You call for a price today. They'll give you a price. You might have to take a pic and some measurements, right? You get a price on any man-made material or natural stone. They're direct stone importers. And then after you get the price, if you like it, they come to your home for like a 15 or 20-minute session where they measure and template. That's it. 3 weeks later, you have countertops, and it's the material you chose for the price they quoted, and you will love it. And you get free incentives like a backsplash or edge treatment or free granite in the bathroom when you do the kitchen or edge treatment, whatever you want, free sinks. They will give you an incentive. Why don't you call them right now and get your price? And you will have countertops that are beautiful. 303-386-5919. Tear out and haul away is always free. 303-386-5919. Theartofgranite.com.
Like in a secret room in the FBI headquarters, it's like unbelievable, man. Trump was right. I said it. I was always very accurate in what I said. They did basically steal the election. They didn't do it by votes. They did it by total propaganda. And
By the way, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Did you notice not one other agency has talked about the release of the Russian Gate hoax? Not one, except for Fox. Not one.
I know.
You know what the others talk about?
Yeah.
The others talk about one thing, and that is Epstein.
Yeah. And Epstein's starting to die.
But I can't believe that no one would talk about the declassification.
They're going to have to soon once some of these other ones are unredacted and unclassified. They're going to have no choice but to talk about them.
How about you?
Yeah, I usually don't book myself a whole lot.
What's even funnier though is how good the economy's ticking on, and they won't cut interest rates. They still won't give them credit that these tariffs were probably the best thing that ever happened. It's really insane, man.
I know they can't stand it. They can't stand it.
They can't stand it.
You see B of A and them starting to come out where they're saying, hey, these Trump's economy tariff, it may just take off.
It might just, and that's what he's been saying.
That's what B of A just came out and said.
They're talking so much money, and they're not exactly,
No, they're not supported. They were against it, yeah.
Yeah. Jamie Dimon, basically the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, completely and utterly approve that decline. It's so dangerous. Like,
But the lopsided news coverage, God almighty.
It's terrible.
They get so angry with you when you call them out on it, too.
I'm going to put up a poll about Dimitri real quick. Let's see here. Start a poll.
His polls
Is
are all
Dimitri-
bogus. They're all bogus.
Is Dimitri usually wrong? Question mark.
Such as blah, 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 blah. Do you have anything like that to disclose? Okay, great. No.
Let's see here.
Do you have a paper trail?
Okay, yes.
If something comes up later, then
Okay.
I have to do my own poll. I just
All
have
right,
to
boom.
figure out
I
how to
just
do it.
started a poll. Dimitri, I don't want you. I don't want you chiming in on your own poll.
I'm boycotting this poll.
So far, 100% you're usually wrong. 100%.
Yes.
Look at that.
One time I was
Still
I was
100%.
going in to get a rental car one time.
Yeah, I'm getting slaughtered in this poll.
Still 100%. Are you looking at the poll yet?
Being wrong or something like that.
Yeah,
And I remember getting out of the car.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you vote on it.
Walking to get my rental car. Start laughing.
Yep.
Look at that. Are you looking at that poll, Dragon?
I just saw that poll.
Isn't that insane? 100%.
Not anymore, it's not. Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. One Clear Choice Garage Doors for all your garage door needs. They're great people. I know them. I love them. I use them at my house, whether it's the whole door, a component of the door, or the opener, or a component of the opener. Everything they do 24/7, like a broken spring where you can't get the door closed. Whatever it is, all of their prices and everything they do, One Clear Choice Doors.com. All right. We have somebody coming up. Drew, welcome to the show. He has the latest on Wegmans supermarket. I want to start by saying it all started when he had an incontinence issue. He had to relieve himself behind a tree. He made himself private. They banned him from coming into the store.
You got it all wrong.
What are you talking about? I got it all. Why are you saying that, Mark? That's exactly how it started.
No, he didn't urinate. He incontinentized.
Okay, sorry. And then...
There's a difference.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. And then he just tried to hide himself as best as possible. We called Wegmans and really did call him and say, look, can you give the guy a break? And they said under no circumstances. He's not just banned from that location. He's banned from all Wegmans. Last time, he accused our pharmacist of malpractice and wanted damages. And now he's looking for something here, and we're tired of him. Basically, they told us straight up, he's banned. Drew, what's the latest? You called in to tell us the latest. What's going on?
Well, the latest, I agree with Mark's idea. Mark said I should go head-to-head with Wegmans. And one of your people called me last night and said they're rooting for me. But the only way I could do that, Tom, Wegmans has billions of dollars. You'd have to set up some type of a fund and give it to a lawyer.
Like a GoFundMe.
No, he's not talking about that. He's talking about a fund that Wegmans. So Drew, listen, here's what I think. Everything in the last 20 years that you have lived off of has been from lawsuits. You go from one lawsuit to another. No, truly, you have to admit that of all the people that have ever called the show, you have more lawsuits you want to file than anyone I have ever known.
Tom, as a Christian, all I do is live. If people do bad things and hurt the children in Patterson, I take them to court. I protected the people in Princeton. I protect people as a Christian preacher should do. Most of the preachers are fake. They're just collecting money. I'm out there. I have a history of protecting people in the court.
You also have a history of filing a lot of lawsuits. So now I need to ask you some clarification on this Wegmans issue. What are you talking about setting up a fund? Would you explain that to me?
I don't know, because I don't have a computer or text or a cell phone, so I really don't know the modern world. I just know Jesus, and if people are in trouble, I try to help them.
What is the source of your income right now? I'm talking about you, Drew, because I think you're trying to help yourself right now. There's no one you're trying to protect at Wegmans. You're trying to get money from them. Let's be honest about it, Drew. Drew, I don't want to be mean to you, but I want to be honest. You are looking to get money from Wegmans because you think they did you wrong. What do you think they owe you?
Tom, if you let me finish the sentence, the money, you can handle the money, you can keep the money. I'm not, if I wanted money, I could have been crooked the last 50 years of my life. I stay honest.
Drew, your sentence is going nowhere. I asked you a question. What do you want from Wegmans right now?
I'd like from Wegmans to stop their lying about me, libel and slander, and to just let me shop there. That's all I want.
Okay. They won't do it. Now what? We did call for you. We did call for you and tried to advocate for you. And we said, look, the poor guy needs help. He's disabled, blah, blah, blah. They won't move. So now what's your next move, Drew? They will not let you in the store.
That's because the security people...
They won't let you in the store.
I reported to one guy...
Tom, you weren't, listen, the last time you called, you're missing a big part of this. A couple teenage girls at work at the store came up, started shaking their butt at him, and wanted to have sex with him.
Oh, wait, the last part, they shook their butt at me, and they said, come on. I really don't know if they wanted to have sex. I never said that.
Okay. What do you want from Wegmans right now? They're not going to let you shop there. It's a done deal. They will not let you shop there.
And Mark is right. It should be us against them.
I don't have anything against Wegmans right now. I don't have anything against Wegmans right now. Drew, I would probably ban you from the store too, because I think you're looking for a payout. And that's my honest to God, transparent opinion. I'm not being a phony and talking behind your back. I think you're looking for a payout anywhere you can find it.
No, I wasn't bothering anybody. I was just shopping in the store, and the one guy there...
They're not going to let you shop. Again, I'm going to ask you one more time. What do you want from Wegmans?
I told you what I wanted, to shop there.
They're not going to let you shop there. So now what do we do? What do you want now? They're not going to let you shop there. What do you want? It's a dead issue, bro.
Well, Mark had a good idea. He said, us against them. You do the fund. You keep the money for the fund.
I don't want any money, and I don't want any fund. There's nothing to collect money for. And I don't know what Mark meant, but I didn't get that from what Mark said. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Now, Impact Traffic from the Superstar Car Wash Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Through downtown, a new crash, I-25 northbound after 38th and Park Avenue with a right lane blocked. We're seeing some pretty significant congestion around, but once you're past it, it's back to free and clear driving on I-25 northbound. Recent crash on I-25 southbound after 6th Avenue, all clear as well. Still seeing some slow traffic back from Colfax. If you're heading to DIA, I-70 eastbound, some normal busy traffic between I-270 and Pena with traffic on Mark Swan.
Miracle Treat Day at DQ is Thursday, July 31st. Win $1 or more of each Blizzard treat sold at participating locations benefits kids like me, Ari, a Children's Miracle Network Hospitals champion. Support local kids like me on Miracle Treat Day at DQ, Thursday, July 31st.
I have a pledge to you. If you come to Wave 8 Wealth Management, we will never sell you anything. And we will personally invest your money, personally, our firm, our advisors. And we will talk to you personally, email you personally, and you will have personal direct contact at all times. And your money will be 100% invested alongside mine. No other advisor can promise this. None. They take your money and put it with bigger advisors, or they sell you financial products and make commissions. I am telling you, if you want a cut above and something different, if you want direct personalized attention, Wave 8 Wealth Management.com or 303-771-HELP. Free reviews always. 303-771-4357. You know, on the show earlier, we had Brooke White on from Red Rocks Roof and Solar as our expert. What a great job they do. Now, right now, they're doing solar systems for commercial operations, whether it's agricultural, a home-based business, or a strip mall, or some kind of an apartment complex. If you do a commercial solar system, there's a good chance you can get it all paid for by the government and even make positive cash flow. Let redrocksrs.com show you how. 303-704-2449. 303-704-2449. 2449.
Yeah, I will call us. Everybody ran away because the show's over, Tom.
Totally?
Totally.
Okay, I can't say goodbye to anybody.
Nope.
All right, I'm going to stop streaming then.
All right, later, buddy.
I'll see you. Bye, Dragon. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Damn it.